And I believe we're live. Are we all live? Hello NXR. It's me for the first time this season. It's Jay Wool, your favourite person in the world, returning to bring you live NXR. And with me today is my co-commentator, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello! We can actually both be heard now, hopefully. We can both be heard, everything's fine, everything's great. I don't have to blow my vocal cords out doing comms.
Yeah, know the feeling, and hopefully I won't be doing that tonight, so...
Let's hope.
Should be a good race in NXR. Obviously we're off to France, and we've got here in a week, so we're already one up on the Germans.
Brilliant start. And Tier 1 yesterday was an eventful enough race, so hopefully Tier 2 can bring the exact same.
With last season's championship rivals fighting, both of course not finishing in the points. If I'm not wrong.
Mark finished 8th, I believe, and obviously Kimmy unfortunately didn't finish in the points. But we're not here to talk about Tier 1.
You know, thank you. Just make it known, and I'll do my best to change it.
If anyone has any queries, do say.
But the best part in Tier 1, and I know we're not here to talk about that, but you know, we can always evaluate Tier 1 while we can get the start of this, because there's nothing really Tier 2 happening right now. It looks like we might have the real life situation of last season's championship rivals battling it out for 5th.
Great.
The only difference is Kimmy's finished more than one race.
Alright, what have we got going in the chat? Eugenio is here, obviously. Rue is here. Hello, Rue. I won't expose your strategy just yet.
It's a good thing you didn't send it to me, Rue. We'd be telling everybody right now.
He'd be gone. So, just a quick word as well. We have, this week, we are missing Crazy Griefer. He is not racing for Alfa Romeo, I believe. That's really bad considering I raced for Alpine. Anyway, moving swiftly on, we also are going to be joined later by Rio Fenson, as he is not here for qualifying.
Ah, yes, we are, and I will send him the invite now, so just excuse this stream whilst we've got nothing going on, because then it shouldn't interrupt that, and he can get in using that later, I believe, so we'll do that now, when I can actually...
We have our first cars leaving the pits as well.
Oh yeah, I've got to manage the action of what we're watching. How this is
oh
gonna
boy,
be bad.
You're going to have fun doing this.
The first time I've done that, so enjoy watching the battle for P5 while somebody makes the overtake. That's all I'm going to say there.
Who have we got out on track? So Shaman is coming out on track. We've also got Johan, last week's race winner, out on track. Same with your best friend, Oil Prince.
Ah, we don't need to watch him. We all know he's getting eliminated anyway. Oh yes, is this Babiadopoulos? Or yeah, I know his actual name. His actual name is pronounced Babiadopoulos.
So Eugenio is saying stay on me for the whole stream. Absolutely, I agree with that.
I think that's a good plan. Right,
that's a great idea.
2 hours of Eugenio.
The Eugenio stream.
I'm flicking through everybody right now because I forgot what team he races
We've also got Callum 11
in
the Alfa Romeo out on track as well. And a few more people coming out on track. I am forbidding myself from talking about Luke because he's going to blame Comcast on me if he messes this up this week. So
yes, C. Davis, I know about the Comcast.
Not for me, because if I will get told off by Luke again if this all goes wrong.
Right, let's go on board of last race's winner, Johan, who went last to first last time after serving a qualifying ban carry from last season. He's looked really good, he's looked really comfortable in Tier 2. Of course, I might be slightly biased here and saying he's on a title charge because he's part of my team, but I just really want to see him do well again today. Behind him is, of course, Shaman, a commentator in Tier 1. Game audio's loud. It was like... I can get back in for the start of the lap with Johan, and we are in on time for this lap with Johan.
Just another
He's going to get blocked by Remaster.
Just another thing that we've got to mention. Honest Raccoon is not racing tonight, and Oliver Wick is reserving for him. in the Mercedes.
Babydopolis is in the Alfa Romeo to replace Crazy Griefer as well.
There we go.
Gets almost a little bit inventive with track limits.
I'm going to ride on board with Callum 11 in the Alfa Romeo, who's on a lap as well.
Okay, tell me the sector time when he gets to the second sector so we can compare it with Yellow.
Okie dokie.
Of course, we want to know where he roughly is. Yellow's bombing it down the main straight right now.
Callum did a 25, which is 25.2, I think.
So Ewan's just coming out of the chicane in the second sector to make it into the third sector, and he's done a 49.8 for Ewan, looking quite good there. I really want to get onto this camera angle for this turn because it's such a good camera angle. Here we go. Didn't quite give me the one I was
Callum
expecting.
did a 49.9 going into sector 3.
49.9, so 1/10 down. Okay, if the game's quite loud still, I will lower it even more. So just let me know in the chat if it is still loud. As Yoan's going to cross the line to set our first time in the benchmark that I believe Luke Watkins behind is going to have to be. It's a 1:29.9 as we go down to Luke now. No. Oil Prince now, who sets a 1:30.2.
Callum is now coming up to the line. Callum 11 in the Alfa Romeo. What's he going to set?
He's going to go and set a 1:31.1.
It's a very good lap.
Up on Oil Prince, 2/10 down on Yoan.
Let's have a look.
I'm going to go all the way to...
Luke's going to cross the line now. 1:29.9 for Mr. Luke Watkins.
Serginho is making his way around. He's looking on quite a good lap.
Petwardo has set his first lap at 1:31.0.
I reckon he'll improve on that. He was quite good around Australia in quali.
Then very good pace.
Callum goes.
Gelfor's putting in his first lap at 1:31.4.
Serginho coming around the last corner now, keeping it nice and close to the apex. To cross the line to set a 1:30.8. Not a bad time from Serginho going in front of Galeforce and Petwardo here. Let's go to Gregor Mullen, who's just about to start a lap here.
Riding on board with Hurdle. Hurdle is on the lap. He's now going up to the first straight.
Oh, he's gone a little bit off the apex in turn 1 there, Gregor. Won't be brilliant for the start of his lap, but he will carry it, and we'll see how he gets on. Tries to recover some of the speed that he might have lost there.
Hurdle is now about to come into sector 3.
22.3 for Gregor Mullen. So what was Kel's again? At sector 1?
25.2. Oh,
so
Hurdle's invalidated his lap. So he's going to be backing off.
That's unlucky.
Babydopolis setting his lap, P6 a 1:30.9. Shaman's done a 1:31.7.
Quite good laps there, to be fair, and obviously the track's going to get better from now. And we're all going to see lap times getting higher and higher.
That's a shame for Hurdle though. He was on an absolute stonker of a lap.
We'll be back for another lap, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's now going to start another lap, so I'm going to keep riding on board with him.
Is he still on a lap here?
Yeah, he's now going for a lap.
Mullins. Okay, we'll jump to him
now just coming through turn 2.
For all your Hurdle fans out there, we'll jump to Hurdle in a minute.
Had a very good entrance and exit into turn 1 and 2.
The Scottish beast, Gregor Mullen. He's going to set a 1:30.1 and go third fastest. Quite a good qualifying so far for Ferrari.
Hurdle's on the limit.
1-2 we saw from Red Bull yesterday. And speaking of Red Bull, let's head over to Hurdle, coming down the main straight now, up towards the chicane.
He's absolutely flying.
It's good, that chicane. Taking both the apexes and getting out well.
What's Hurdle going to set?
No slight correction or anything.
50.4.
Not too bad there, as he's just going to try and get the third sector nailed, try and set a good lap. But looking at the times currently, and obviously I'll ask you again in the next session and then before Q3, but who are we thinking might be in the race here for Q3 to take the pole?
So bets for pole position?
No, because we'll do that before Q3, because that's the way 50p gets placed. Thank you
Oh.
for that one, Ali. The legendary 50p.
The legendary 50p.
But who do you think may be in that fight? As Hurdle comes across the line to set a 1:30.7 and go 7th fastest.
That's a very good lap from Hurdle. He'll take that happily. And also, what went a bit under the radar was Manoy setting his lap. He did a 31.6. He's now gone into the pits. Jaff just set his lap. He's on a 1:31.0 in the Haas.
Right, let's get on board. Rob or Razza? What do you reckon?
Who should we run? Well, one of us. I will ride on board with
Oh, I
Rob.
completely went under the radar. Gregor Mullin tops the session. I didn't know who was going for an award. to be
Rob
honest.
has gone
Right.
into the pits.
Rob's gone into the pit, so we're getting on board with Razza. Did you know that Razza... I think you already know what's coming here. I think everyone already knows. So
We
I'll
already
bother.
know what's
Yeah,
gonna
just some
happen
detail
here.
as he starts his lap. And behind him, you'll
Just
see
give
the
the Ferrari
oil
fans.
prints coming out the pits.
Give the Ferrari fans a
Oh
bit
no,
of
it's
hope.
invalidated.
Ferrari fans a bit of
invalidated.
hope. It's a Ferrari one too.
It's a Ferrari 1-2 again. This is like real life if Carlos Sainz could
C.
actually finish
Davies
the race.
in the chat saying, "Come on, Merck and Williams." CD's making his voice heard.
C. Davies, a very passionate team principal. And speaking of Mercedes and Williams, I think it's only right then that we get on board with Alpa. Let's get on board with Alpa.
I'm going to go on board with our reserve for tonight, Oliver Wick.
Okay, you'll have to tell me how he's getting on throughout the lap.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? Is he on a lap now? I'll get on board with him.
He is on a lap, and
Give
he
him
is
some
now
screen
about
time.
to enter sector 3. He's done a
For all the Alpa
54.
fans, don't worry, we'll get on him after Oliver. His lap is completed. As Alpa's just started his now, so we'll get to that later. With 7.5 minutes left of this session, the race might be getting a little bit tight towards the back. Currently, Gale Force, Manoy and Shaman are the three slowest to have set a lap.
Alpa's going to be leaving it late, like always. Alpa likes to leave his laps till late. Oliver's now coming up to the line.
And he's going to set a 1:31 flat.
It's a very good lap from Oliver.
Which, to be fair, puts Baby Adopoulos' lap time in a little bit of perspective, because they're both Tier 3 drivers reserving today, and it's really showing him as quite fast for tomorrow, and he might be one of the contenders. We all know Ryan's the favourite, but that's not about this now, so let's get on board with
We've got
Alpha.
Alpa on a lap. We've also got Raz, who's on a lap. I'm going to ride on board with him.
And I think it's Hurdle in the comments saying, "Go on, Hurdle, what a legend." That's almost as egotistical as me. Almost.
Almost. Maybe a little bit close. Raz is absolutely flying going into Sector 3. He's done a 49.6.
Oof, Razza, is that Razza? Yes, just to confirm before I accidentally say the wrong person. Finally
Yes, it is
starting his
Razza.
lap. We'll go over to him afterwards here as Alpa goes
Alpa goes
29.8 second
P2.
fastest.
He splits the
So Ferrari
Ferraris.
fans, turn off the tally now, we've had enough.
They've had enough. Going back to 2020, they've had enough. Raz is
Razza's coming on
absolutely
the last sector
flying.
now. He's looking like he's on a good one here, isn't he, Razza?
Looking at the man representing the George Russell helmet. Let's see what lap this is from Raz. We've got a yellow in sector 2.
And in
Raz to the
typical
line.
George Russell fashion, he looks like he's getting out of
29.7.
Q1.
Wow!
It's a good lap, that one from Razza. Not on the mediums though, Razza, so I'm disappointed.
Disappointment.
Anybody on a lap?
Petuardo, I
Callum's starting that
believe.
lap.
Petuardo
So we
is on
can
a
get
lap.
on board with him. Petuardo's on a lap. Let's get on with Petuardo.
In the Alpine, he's representing.
2 tenths up right now on his current lap, which will put him 13th, just ahead of Oliver Wilk, I believe.
Jake has just
May
bumped.
get headgear
Jake's
as
just
well.
bumped up to P6. He did a 30. He did a 30-0.
Petuardo's actually 4 tenths up, so excuse me for that, Petuardo fans. He'll be P11 right now, which might be either he's doing a better lap, or the track is also acclimatising.
CD saying good stuff from Raz and Alpa. Very good stuff
But in the
indeed.
Ferrari is making it 2-3.
Petuardo is flying as we're going into these last few corners.
Obviously, as you get later into the session, drivers do more laps, they get more used to the circuit, and the circuit gets warmer, so we'll see times climbing upwards.
Let's see what Petuardo does as he comes towards the line. Goes P11.
P11, like predicted, 130.6.
Gale Force would be proud of that.
To Callum now.
Rob!
Another lap
Rob has just set a 131.
Oh, that's good improvement for Rob. I believe he's still on a wheel, so he's getting there now.
Very
It
impressive.
looks like the Rob party.
I'm going to ride on
underway.
board with Gale Force in the Aston Martin because he is on a lap and he's now about to enter Sector 3.
Right, I'll get on board with him. Thank you for keeping an eye out on these for me.
I'm helping you out.
Has he improved? He's 4 temps up on his lap,
Wow!
so he's 131 flat. So he's looking at P15 here, Gale Force. Tier 1 driver last season, of course. He'll be really dying to get out of Q1 here in Tier 2. Obviously, qualifying hasn't really been Gale Force's main strength. His main strength is his ability to make moves in the race and finish the races. He's so consistent.
Very consistent in the races. Also a very good defender for his teammates, like we saw with Kimi last year. He was excellent on track on helping his teammates score very valuable points to go on and win the championship.
Massive team player.
Gale Force is now coming to the line. What lap is he going to set? He stays P17.
131.1. P17. Not great for Ali's Aston Martin right now. P17 and P19. With Minoy splitting them.
The
I think the battle is probably
pits.
not getting enough attention here as Minoy and Shaban. We know how much they want to beat each other.
A little rivalry going on there between them two.
Rumaster saying he believes we're 30 seconds ahead of the time left in the session. So when that Sector 3 yellow flag disappears, we'll be able to have a little look at that. Shaman's currently on an out lap. Is there anybody on an actual lap? Let's go on board with Jaff Master Flash.
I was about to say Jaff is on a lap. Hurdle's on a lap. Hurdle's back on a lap. We've also
Hurdle's
got...
probably a little bit more safe here. So
also got Callum 11. Callum 11 is about to finish his lap, so I'm going to ride on board with him.
He's P7, you know.
Oh, he's also invalidated his lap. Jake has invalidated his lap as well.
So Jaff Master 2 temps up in Sector 1 here as Rob decides to retire. Oh no! No, that's Rob. Rob's out, I think.
Rob, I think he's retired, but Hurdle has spun on his lap.
My bad. Yeah, Rob retired in the pits at the same time, so it made it look like Rob had retired by hitting a wall or something.
That's very, very sad for Hurdle. He looked to be on a really good lap as well, going into Sector 3.
And that really does put him at risk. As Jaff Master's 5 temps up now, and that's a 130.5. That's going to place him above Hurdle here.
Raz is retired from the session. He's feeling comfortable.
All the top 5 are retired, and Icelandic Rob, of course, retiring out on the out in the pits as well.
Feeling comfortable with their lap times, obviously.
But Jaff might make them a bit nervous here because he is 5 temps up on his lap, so that's both evidence of good improvement from the drivers and the track getting better.
He is absolutely flying as he's now coming onto the straight, getting to the finish line.
And Jaff is gonna set a lap of a 130.5, and that places Hedginio as the driver at risk. But he is coming round now. He's 2 temps up here, Hedginio. This will put Hurdle as the driver at risk with 1 minute and 30 seconds left of this session.
Let's see what Hedginio can do on this. He's now coming up to the finish line. Where is this lap going to put him? Is it going to make him safe? It puts him P13. Hurdle is at risk.
Hurdle is at risk here.
But he's on a lap.
1 second down. Hurdle's on a lap. Has he not lost his wing yet? But he's 2 temps down, Hurdle. This is not what he wanted.
Hurdle is going to have to give it everything.
But he's invalidated. And remember, we're 30 seconds behind Lot, so he's got a minute to get to the line.
Minoy is also on a lap. He's just started a lap down in P18. P19
Let's get on board with Minoy. Let's get on board with Minoy here because he could be about to send Hurdle packing.
Does Jaff look to be on another lap? I think he is.
Jaff obviously not feeling confident with P12. And Minoy is down in Sector 1 by half a tenth here.
Hedginio's on a lap. He's now going into Sector 3. What is he going to set through Sector 2? He's going to set a 50.1. Let's see what Hedginio can do. Obviously not feeling too comfortable P13 with his McLaren.
So just for people who want to know, Minoy needs to improve by 4 tenths of a second here to knock Hurdle out. has got across the line on time to set another lap, I believe. So there's still about 10 seconds, I think, until the flag actually comes out. We're a bit ahead, but I think Babyodopolis makes the flag and is out. Not out the session.
Hurdle is now coming up to the line. He's about to finish his lap.
Oh yeah, he's not. Isn't he in the red book?
Eugenio stays P13 with the McLaren.
That might be enough here, though, I think, as Minoy is just coming around the last corner. All eyes on Minoy here. Can he improve by the relevant amount? Gale Force is already out in Q1. That's bad news for Gale Force.
Shaman invalidated his lap. Shaman is out.
Shaman is out, and it's all eyes on Oliver here, who's 1/10 up on his lap through sector 1.
Hurdle managed to spin again.
Will Oliver send Hurdle out in Q1 here? All eyes on him now. The Mercedes driver, C. Davies, is definitely watching this, hoping that he can get all of his drivers.
Petuardo is also on another lap in the Alpine.
For tier 3. Petuardo will be safe actually. Petuardo is guaranteed out. But Oliver's 2 temps down here, that's not what he wanted. And the size of relief in the Red Bull cab looked massive.
Petuardo now crosses the line. He goes P11.
Oh, Oliver's lost it, and I believe that will be Oliver out here in Q1.
Oh, what a shame for Oliver in the Merc.
He's still going, but he looks like he went off the track and lost some time.
Rue is now rounding his lap. Rue in the Alpine now rounding his lap. He's P12. He jumps all the way to P6 at 1:30.0.
So Hurdle can breathe a sigh of relief. Oliver 1.1 down on his lap, and Hurdle makes it through very much by the skin of his teeth.
Hurdle will be.
Oliver's impressed him massively. No pressure on him today at all. Well,
love to hear it.
For a tier 3 driver to come in and beat Gale Force, that's a good achievement. Gale Force out in Q1. My shock of the session, really. Was not expecting it at all. But we know what he's like in the race. I have no doubts that he'll make some
Gregor
of those
Mullin
back up.
in the Ferrari topping Q1 with a 1:29.6, followed by Raz in the Mercedes 29.7, and then Alper in the Williams a 29.7 as well.
So the drivers eliminated from the session. NXR Minoy in the Haas with a 1:31.1. Gale Force in the Aston Martin with the 1:31.1. Shaman in the Aston Martin with a 1:31.1, and Oliver in the Mercedes with a 1:31 flat to the 1000th.
Not a very good qualifying for Aston
satisfying.
Martin though.
It isn't a great qualifying at all, but having the McLarens as well, Eugenio 14th, and of course Rio Fenton will be starting last because of him not joining.
Eugenio is the only McLaren Aston left standing, so all the eyes are going to be on him in the next qualifying session.
Prince Ali definitely on the Discord chat to him right now to say, like, well, let's get you through.
Give it everything. I know that's what I got when I reserved in tier 2, was just give it everything.
Give it what you've got and you'll get on the podium at Saudi.
There we go.
It would have been a very powerful statement to have a female on the podium at Saudi. I'd have liked that.
Would have been great. I'll take my P7 at Brazil to the grave.
I DNF'd that race, so it's better than me.
Are we surprised?
No.
Exactly.
No, not really. 6 finishes I think I had last season out of 13 races.
How many races,
Is
sorry?
it just me? 13.
Oh! Yikes!
Is it just me lots? Or does it look like it's got more cloudy?
I was about to say it's looking a little bit suspicious in the air right now. As we have our first drivers out on track. Oil Prince is coming out.
Oil Prince not taking any time.
Same with Jake.
He's not taking chances.
They are not taking any risks by the looks of things. Oh! Jake has spun! He's lost his wing, he's out of the session!
Oh! General Jake, not a great start to Q2 here. He'll obviously take 50th, but I mean, this might change strategies massively as well.
That is very, very upsetting for Jake. He literally just lost it.
Of course, commiserations to Jake there. Never like to see a driver DNFing in qualifying because it's such an important part of your race. Because, as Will Buxton will tell you, you want to be first in qualifying because that means you'll be starting in front of the other 19 drivers.
You're not wrong. Let's be real here, you're not wrong. Who have we got? So we've got basically near enough half the grid going on that outlap. We've got Jaff, Oil Prince, Baby Dopolis. We've also got Rob, Hurdle, and Raz. With the top 4 opting to stay in the pits at the moment: Alper, Yoan, Callum, and Gregor Mullin.
Obviously, while we're here, let's just quickly talk about the Q2 rule. I know everyone pretty much knows it, but the tyre that you qualify on in Q2, you start the race on if you're in the top 10. So, with that knowledge, are people going to go for the softs or the mediums? Is Oil Prince boxes? If you're not happy with the softs, might want to get on those mediums.
Or is there something about the weather that we don't know about?
But if it was going to rain, you'd want to get your lap in, surely.
Yeah, maybe he's doing just another weather check. Maybe there is something that we have not been told. Who knows?
First person for the lap with the Haas here.
The top 7.
Master.
The top 7 have all come out on mediums.
Oh, I'll get that open so people can see that.
Yeah, so we've got Alper, Yoan, Callum, Gregor Mullin, Raza, and then both of the Red Bulls that have come out on mediums.
Oh, Jaff making a mistake there.
Jaff has come out on the mediums as well as Rumaster in the
Alpine,
and Baby Dopolis has come out all on mediums. So there's only 4 drivers.
Baby Dopolis has lost it. I think that is Baby Dopolis. It's Cal still in the pits. Turn 1, very easy to do here. But
I'm going to ride on board with Raz. He is now starting his lap.
Made a little mistake, Jack Master did, just coming out of his first turn.
Raz has invalidated his lap. He run wide over turn 2.
So it'll be no surprise here lots that Jack Master set purple sector 1 or 2. And 2, sorry.
Hurdle is also now on a lap. He is in sector 2.
You know, if people didn't get that, it's because he went first. Just putting out there, might not have been seen that he was the first to leave. Just have to say that really, otherwise now it's just lost all its effect because I've explained what I was doing. So let's just forget
the jokes run dry.
That never happened.
It never happened. It never happened.
It never happened.
Never happened.
Joke? What are you talking about?
Nothing was mentioned.
Not at all.
I'm riding on board with Hurdle. He's doing a very good lap at the moment.
Crosses the line, 1:31.7. Let's get on board with Hurdle then. Made it through of it. I've just completely missed it. Made it through by the skin of his teeth. He's gone 51.7 in sector 2. Purple sector.
Rob invalidated his lap. Rue is on a lap with the Alpine.
Brad is his last pick in the draft, of course.
Who was the last pick in the draft?
It was Brad as his last pick of the draft. But it doesn't mean that he hasn't got the raw pace and potential here as this Hurdle goes with a 34
Baby Dopolis of 1:44.7, obviously a slow lap.
He spun at sector 1.
Ah, okay.
As we'll just keep an eye out on Rumaster and how he's doing on the medium
right
tyres.
He's
got good pace here at Rumaster. He's got some good pace in general. And obviously I will check the results of last time we came to France, shall I? Season 3 I believe.
Yes, I don't think we've done there last year.
Last season.
Rue's now coming up to the line. What is he going to set? Goes top of the session with a 1:37 on the mediums. So a very, very good lap from Rue.
Right, I need to get on to someone else. We'll go on board with Baby Adopolis here. I should have been on board with Alper. I went over him. Great lap from Alper though, 1:30.6, showing his potential there in the pace he's got. Oh, he's on an invalidated lap, Baby Adopolis here, because I'm trying to get the stats up. Who should we get on board with?
Raz invalidated his lap. I don't know if that's the second lap he's tried to go for now.
Let's get on board with Icelandic Rob. Getting a bit squirrely out of the first sector, but generally getting
I'm going to ride on board
well.
with Oil Prince, because Oil Prince is on the lap in the AlphaTauri.
I pity you.
Well, someone's got to do it, because you won't do it.
No screen time for you.
I will take the pity. He does a 51 going into sector 3. If you are interested at all in what he's doing.
Actually, you know what? I can't remember. Oh, here we are. Found it. Right, the winner of the last Tier 2 race in France. Who do you reckon it was in Season 3?
Season 3 Tier 2. Oh, this is going to take me back.
And I would say that the 1-2 in that one was the top 2 in the standings, as Icelandic Rob has invalidated it.
Ooh.
We'll get on board with Gregor Mullin here quite fast.
I'm just getting on board with Oil Prince. He is now coming up to the line.
Nah, no screen time for you. And he goes
And he
fastest.
goes, and he goes
A 130
fastest. You can't really avoid it.
130.682. But look at how little the gap is between him and Alpha.
Wow! Oh my god.
And
Never mind,
Alpha goes
ain't-
faster.
Alpha is not
Alpha
coming to
took that
play.
personally. We're still on board with Gregor Moore.
Yeah, he's
well,
on
let's
the
get back to it. Obviously, the season 3-1-2 in the championship was Rob and Skriz. They won. Rob won the championship on race wins. But which one of them took victory in France?
You know what? I'm gonna say it was Scripps.
Rob won here by 6/10 of a second.
Wow. Okay. I
The
didn't
race that
expect
literally
that.
decided the championship, really, then, isn't it? 6/10 of a second.
Jeez, I honestly thought it was Scripps. Shows where my knowledge does not lie.
As Gregor Moore goes third fastest, and we'll get on board with Callum.
Brewmaster
Ian,
went
just about to
fourth
start that.
fastest. He will kill me for not recognising that. He did a 37.
Obviously, the best Tier 2 driver that year, though, finished 10th in France.
Was that you by chance?
That was me, yeah, ahead of Callum, who we're watching
Raz
now.
goes P2. He did a 30.5 in the Merc on the mediums.
General Jake started 15th in that race and finished 8th.
Ooh.
He's starting 15th again today.
What can he do?
I'll
Who
let
should
him
we
pass
ride
me
on
that
board
race, then
with?
he'll help me up
Luke will
always.
kill me. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. I was going to ride on board with Luke, but he has invalidated.
I am currently just watching Callum, and obviously, you know what, let's give everybody the shots they want. Let's give everyone the broadcast camera. because for
Eugenio.
The majority of Q2. I've been
Eugenio has
watching the
invalidated.
driver POV.
Luke has invalidated. Callum 11 is on a lap. He's done a 56 coming into sector 3.
So, have we got the ability to set up a poll? Or do I need it on my laptop for that? Let's not bother Yaps' SMS anymore. Let's leave it there.
It's been bothered enough.
Sorry if we don't have a poll today, but you know what? We'll read all the comments. You can't win any gambling stuff. So sorry, under 18.
Callum's rounding the final corner. He's now going up to the straight, to the finish line. What is Callum 11 going to do? Gregor goes quickest at 30.3.
Fastest of everyone. Callum goes 8th fastest. Let's get on board with Johan, Gregor's teammate.
Say Johan's on a lap.
50.2. But obviously, I'll read every comment. So just comment who you think will get pole. And,
He's going to kill me,
we'll
but
have
I'm
another look.
going to ride on board with Luke Watkins as he is now starting his lap. He's down in P13 at the moment on the mediums. I'm going to see what he's able to do. Hopefully, I don't
As
conquer
Johan
him.
goes third, and those Ferraris are looking fast today.
But Alpa is splitting them. Once again,
Right,
when you think it's going to be a Ferrari 1-2, there is that split.
let's get on board with Luke Watkins, because obviously we need him to kill Watts.
Ah, thanks. Suddenly I won't watch it.
If he spins now, Should we just watch him for the rest of the 5 minutes of the session? Just nobody else, nothing else that's going on.
Rue has
Just
retired
Luke.
from the session. I'm not sure if that is
Eugenio
actually
goes
pits.
P10.
I'm not sure if Rue is retired in the
Second.
pits, but he has retired in P6.
He's not retired on track from what we can see, as I think that's sort of Gregor Moore just letting Luke
Must be
Watkins
feeling
by.
comfortable with his lap.
It's P6, it's a good lap, but I probably wouldn't be too worried. I'd be worried if I was Remaster, because soft runners start to put on tyres now. People who've got less to lose, like Eugenio, like Callum. Sorry, not Callum, like Babyadopoulos, like as Callum jumps his teammate with that lap.
Luke is now coming up to the finish line.
Maybe.
What lap is he going to do?
Luke is going to set a 1:30.4.
4, puts him
and go third
P3.
fastest. Good luck there.
There we go, can't say I cursed him now.
Remaster's confirming.
Johan is on a lap, he has invalidated, never mind. Callum 11 has also invalidated.
The worry now for Remaster is somebody like Hurdle, someone like
Rob stays
Eugenio
P13
or
with his lap,
Babyadopoulos,
he's done a
or
31.8.
Rob here maybe, who haven't got much to lose in this qualifying session, might choose to go for the soft tyre and take the ultimate strategy in the race. An
So
early safety car would definitely help that.
We have some messages. Babyadopoulos saying, I definitely won't get pole, that's for sure.
I think you're too harsh on yourself there. I'm on the Babyadopoulos hype train.
I'm not allowed to swear because I will get told off because the last time I was on comms I swore. But Gelforce
Wait,
saying...
you got told off for that? I swear like 5 times a street, and I swear when I first started.
I swore the first time
the
I
double
commed a race.
standards
It was with Shaman. I did commentary for a race at the start of season 4, and I swore. And
the double standards. That's why I got your job. Double standards.
Fully, Gelforce saying
Oh, I'm getting
clears
sacked
throat,
for that, aren't I?
clears throat, fudge.
That's what he said, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm keeping this.
That is exactly
I'm keeping
what he
this
said.
family-friendly PG. And Brewmaster
shit.
also confirming.
Sorry. And there goes my job.
And there goes.
Back to the unemployment line for me.
We'll be hiring another tier 2 commentator coming at the end of this week. We also have
That's why.
Brewmaster confirming that he retired in the pits.
Oh yeah, maybe Doppos has invalidated this lap, so he's on the verge of elimination. He's the driver at risk, and I obviously apologise to people if I'm not switching drivers frequently enough, and I obviously want some feedback. So if you don't think I'm switching clearly enough, please just tell me because it's the first time I've done this.
Just shout
at
him. He'll do what the chat says.
Just tell me what you want to see, and we'll watch.
So 2 minutes left in the session. We've got a few drivers that are still in the pits. The top 6 are also in the pits. Gregor Mullen still obviously has the fastest lap of the session. He's on 30.3. Alper done a 34. He's retired on the mediums.
He's retired, but that time's good enough to get
But
through.
obviously he feels safe enough with that. I reckon the top 5 will probably feel comfortable where they are. Luke feeling comfortable where he is. He set his lap on the soft. Well, he's on the softs. So
he's interesting. Just to point out, everybody that's below Brewmaster is now equipped to the softs. Like I said, they might.
So,
and this is
just
becoming
here,
a lap now to escape.
We have Hurdle saying, if I make it through by the skid in my teeth again, I swear, I want to see only me the whole race. So, welcome to the Hurdle stream. Yeah, as you can see, he's not on track.
He is now out, I think. You know what, let's just sit watching the pit lane. We've got more things to watch.
Jaff is on a lap.
I know, I'm getting over to Jaff.
Jaff is on a lap. He's now in Sector 3. He did, I'm not sure what his Sector 2 was because I wasn't on him on time. So apologies for that.
I just realised the RB button can switch the camera type despite it literally being a massive sign in the bottom right that says RB camera type. So I can switch it manually the whole race. As we'll just see. We'll get on the driver point as well as
Jaff's coming up to the finish line.
I need to charge my controller.
He goes P2! 30.4 on the softs.
Is the track I was about to say, is the track getting that much better?
No, Jaff has set his lap on the softs.
Some improvement there as well. Just trying to get
very good lap
Hedginho here.
Jaff.
That puts Callum at risk, who's only just left. I'm not sure. I think he'll make it. I think he's going around the last corner now.
Yeah, Callum will make it in time. Callum 11 is going to go for another lap.
I think Petuardo is on a lap as well, so we'll get over to Hedginho after Petuardo. He's at 50.3, coming through the second sector.
I'm going to ride on board with Callum 11.
He may encounter traffic here.
So we've got the final few positions for people. Yohan has gone P5 and he will stay there. Hurdle P10
has finished.
P9,
so will he get through it by the skin of his teeth again? We'll see. But I think it's looking bad for Sciatic Hurdle right now. So all you Hurdle fans, you might want to look away for a moment because it looks like Petuardo is on a pretty quick lap here. It'll be the last lap he sets.
Callum 11 is also on a very good lap. Baby Dopolis has qualified P11. Petuardo has gone P10.
Baby Dopolis qualifying P11. That's
Rob has qualified P14.
That pushes Callum into the drop zone.
Has gone P5 with a 30.5.
So as it stands, Hurdle is through.
But what is Callum 11 going to do?
Oh, will it be Hurdle? Callum is 4 attempts up already. That's enough to slot in P9. So it looks like it might not go the way of Hurdle this time round. So it'll be strategic pole or shootout for pole.
Unless Callum 11 has a massive mess up now, this looks like Hurdle will be out of qualifying. Callum 11 is now going on to the final straight. He's now going to come up to the line. What is this lap going to be? Is this going to be the lap to put him into Q3 and knock Hurdle out? It is!
It's
He goes
pole.
P1, 30.2.
Well, not pole, sorry.
And hurdle,
Fastest time.
hurdle is out of
Do you know what?
qualifying.
I think that maybe the flag came up early and that's why hurdle was allowed to go again and jump Petuardo. So I think maybe we have actually got some drivers still out on laps. But Hedginho, good qualifying from him, P6. Doing the business for McMartin.
Jaff also a very good qualifying, 30.4 in the Haas. Very good lap.
If it is that Babyadopoulos has been able to continue, Brewmaster becomes a driver at risk. I don't think he was. So I think Brewmaster's got through very, very closely. And Hurdle's saying that word that I said, that I might get sacked for.
Oh dear.
Hedginho's very happy with his lap, and it was a good lap, Hedginho, so I don't see why you wouldn't
And
be
Ali
representing
will be very happy to see a McLaren in Q3. He will be one happy man.
It might make up for the disappointment of not having another car in Q2, but the car he does have gets the job done and becomes one of just 2 cars to start on the soft tyre, with Callum 11 being the one. So the other one. So an early safety car might drastically change the expected results. But this is where we ask the chat, and I'll ask you, of course, Paul, metaphorical 50p.
The metaphorical 50p. Well, I have a 50p, so maybe I don't have to make this metaphorical. But there are a lot of drivers that have very, very good pace. I mean, Gregor Mullin has been the one for me that has stood out a lot in both Q1 and Q2.
Former Tier 2 champion.
So for me, I think he would be my bid for pole position.
I'm gonna go with his teammate. I'm gonna go with Johan.
Oh, okay.
It was a very big consideration between Alper and Johan, and I just think Johan's got the race win. His confidence is really high. He'll go out there and he'll get it, and he'll
very
get the job
impressive.
done. That doesn't mean I don't think Alper will run him as close as he can get in the race. As the clouds have got even darker here. Hedginho's gone him for pole. Well, that was my second guess, Hedginho. So it's, yeah, I like it. I like the confidence. As Alper's coming out now. So, well, I watch Alper, you watch Johan, and I really want to watch Gregor as well, but there's only 2 of us. We'll have Alper on stream because he's come out first, so he gets stream privileges. We have
Hedginho saying him for pole, and Brewmaster saying he did not expect to be in Q3.
When he retired, to be fair, I didn't either.
Both very impressive qualifyings, both that have shocked them, as it seems.
And they join us now for a 10-player shootout.
I'm riding on board with Johan.
We're just watching Alper here on the stream because I feel like it's between Alper, Johan, and Gregor Mullin.
But
I don't want to discount all the other.
There can be shouts of people that might have good qualities, like Jaff might have a very, very good underdog performance in Q3, and put his Haas maybe, I think, on the front 2 rows of the grid.
It's a good shout, that one. Bold shout, because I think he got through on the soft. I'm not entirely sure.
I believe so.
But I'm going here that maybe if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be Raza. And you can't really call Raza an upset, can you? But I wasn't expecting him really to be in the shootout for pole. I'm expecting him to be just on the verge of it. But if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be him. As Luke Watkins goes round the outside of Alper.
But also another driver who looks to have really good pace is Callum 11. So what can Callum 11 do? He obviously put it P1 in Q2. Will he cause an upset to possibly the Ferraris getting pole position?
I think it's a good shout, but I think getting through on the softs might, his medium time wasn't anywhere near the level of Alper's and Johan's and Gregor's. So I made the mistake. I do like Callum. He was my bid for the championship this year. So I'm not saying that because I'm biased or anything. I just don't think on the mediums he had the pace. I mean, obviously this lap is set on the softs here, so it could be different, but we'll have to see. And we get Alper started his lap now.
Very exciting.
It's started. I need to get the lap data up because otherwise I can't.
Johan has started his lap as well, so I'm going to ride on board.
We'll compare the sectors. 22.1 for Alper for the first sector.
Johan has done a 22.2.
Oh, so Alper 1/10 up on Johan through sector 1.
Let's see what they're going to do as their Sector 2 going into Sector 3. Who will be ahead on the timings?
It's a 49.7 from Alpha, as it's looking like a good lap here.
For Johan, it is a 49.7.
Oh, it could be down to the 10th or 1000th here. It's all on this final sector as we're watching Alpha giving everything he's got for provisional pole. And we say provisional because I'm sure people will be going faster at the end.
Johan is absolutely flying. He is not making a single error.
There's Rob's left the session, so I'm sure Rob will be back. Might cause the
Luke sets the fastest lap.
sets a 29.9. There's the benchmark. And Alpha is going to set a 29.7.
But here comes
so
Johan.
2 tenths up on Luke. Johan set a 29.6.
He jumps out.
Razza with a 29.3.
Oh
I've said if it was going to be anyone that causes that upset, it's going to be Razza as Eugenio beats Jaffmaster here, 31.1. So time in there for those two. We'll watch Greg or Mullen, who's invalidated. So
Johan's gone off track to let Jaff
through. Let's watch Oil Prince.
Who we gotta watch?
We got to be professional here, lads. We got to be professional.
There's no bias here at all. No. He does a 22.2. He's matched Johan's sector.
Validated.
Oh, we say there's no bias, but when we look at the perspective of Jable, maybe there is. Alpha is on another lap.
Just for anyone that thinks that maybe it's a bit unfair on and a bit tight towards Oil Prince, I actually want to put out there that I do know him, and this is completely fine. Mind, so need to put that out there.
Johan has invalidated his lap, but Alpha is on another lap. Also
Alpha's
got Luke, who is on another lap. Luke has gone into the pits.
Let's watch. Oh, he's gone into the pit. How did you see that before me?
I was flicking quite quickly through them. Eugenio is also on a lap.
Eugenio or Alpha? Let's watch Alpha as he crosses the line and we'll go to Eugenio. Can Alpha take the provisional pole back?
He can't!
No, he can't. He's 2 tenths, he's a 10th off, he's 2 tenths up on his previous lap then.
I'm riding back on board with Eugenio, who looks to be down on time. He's now going into the pits,
He's
that's
going
why.
into the pits.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be all left for the last session for most of these drivers now. With the
Callum
only driver
11
out
has
on track
invalidated his
currently.
lap.
Alpha, I think is coming in now. He's going quite slowly. Eugenio's come in, of course.
Yeah,
Callum
Alpha
11's
is,
the only one out
down
on
on
track.
time, so...
He's invalidated. We'll watch him because he's the only driver out on track to watch right now, other than Alpha, and we don't really want to watch an in-lap, do we? Unless this is an in-lap. It isn't. He stays out. We're going to watch Callum 11. Maybe he's fueled for multiple runs, but the tyre deck here is terrible, so this might be a bad idea. And that was a 30 flat, just for people who want to put references out there. So, close to Luke Watkins. The Alfa Romeo driver, Bradders, I'm sure, watching on. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. Hi Bradders if you are. And let's see if Bradders will be a happy man by the end of this qualifying session. We'll be on board with Callum. He's got 2 drivers in, I believe, in Brewmaster and Callum.
Galeforce in the comment saying, bias in commentary? Never. Shaman is a man of integrity and would never be biased.
That is completely true. I've been commentating a show before and I've never heard him once root for a Mick Martin driver. In fact, I believe he was the biggest Mark fan going last season.
Oh yeah,
of
course.
Callum goes 49.9.
Oil Prince, your best friend's on an outlap. We've also got Luke Watkins on an outlap. But Callum 11,
yet, so
Callum 11 is a man that we are riding on board with. He is the only driver that is out on a lap at the moment on the softs.
And the crowd's definitely dark here at the circuit to Paul Ricard. So I'm getting a bit worried. I am from the drivers. I'm not going to want to leave it too late. And we're seeing that resonate with Jaffmaster, who's coming out now.
What is Callum 11 going to set? He goes P5.
P5, not a bad lap time. Bradders will be pretty happy with that one. Is Luke on a lap now? No, on an out lap. Maybe the 2 AlphaTauris prepared to do the tow here. Maybe.
Is there going to be some little teamwork between the AlphaTauris? Luke has invalidated his out lap.
This is very good teamwork. between Oil Prince, and we've seen it a few times, but it's quite rare. Particularly if teammates aren't to the party, it's quite hard to coordinate.
Yeah, especially like
wanted to
things
do
like this
before,
are so
but-
tricky to coordinate because you don't know when someone's going to start a lap or anything like that.
Or where you want it, even. There's three straights here.
Yeah, exactly.
At
You've got to
least.
nail the sectors and the actual corners that you want the toe. Right, here we go. Luke Watkins is about to start a lap. I'm going to hope I don't concuss him because I'm going to ride on board with him for this lap.
Don't you think it's quite ironic that the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix track is mainly straights?
See now passes
Quite
Alpha, who's coming. Alpha is now coming out of the pits. Luke has kept it clean through turn 1 and 2, so let's see what he does
That's not
going
so
up to turn
Right,
3.
I'm watching on board of Oil Prince.
And he's
You watch on
invalidated
board
his
of Oil.
lap. Luke has invalidated
Never
his
mind.
lap. Never mind.
Let's find someone who
I'm
could
gonna
not
find another
bottle.
driver.
So nobody in this commentary booth.
So, Higinio,
Oil
I'm
Prince
riding
set
on
pretty
board
good
with
set to one.
Higinio in the McLaren. He is now going up to the first long straight of the track.
So he needs to improve. He's on a 31-1 right now, so he needs to find at least a second. Oil Prince getting a little bit shaky off the exit.
Ooh.
He's going to set a 49.8, and I believe that's pretty good, because I believe Alpers was a 49.7 at this point. I may be wrong.
Higinio
but I
has
believe it was.
invalidated his lap going up to sector 3.
One thing I'm noticing here, though, was a lot of invalidations.
Yeah, the track limits are very, very punishing around this track. Like, just for example, in the Tier 1 race yesterday, there was a lot of drivers who picked up penalties within lap 2. I think Rafe being one of them, he picked up a 3-second penalty within the second lap. So the track
So
limits
it
are
could
very
be-
punishing.
It could be a race of consistency here.
It's going to
Anyone
be
that's
a race
consistently fast
of
but keeps it valid.
keeping the nose out of trouble as well, because there are a lot of opportunities for you to
Oil
go
Prince
too
goes
free.
sixth.
There are a lot of opportunities for you to go too free wide maybe through some of these corners.
Right, this is the tough situation we're in right now. We've got Alper, Yoan, and Gregor Mullen all on an outlap, and Raza. This is a 4-person battle for pole, and I don't know who to watch, but we'll go on board of Alper because he's going.
I mean, you could
right
watch.
up.
Never mind. I was going to say you could watch Oil Prince, but he's just invalidated his lap as I go to open my mouth.
Do you want to watch Raza on his next
Yeah,
lap?
of course. I
And
would
then
love to
hopefully
watch Raz.
we can switch to the Ferraris. So once Raz is finished, switch to Gregor. I'll switch to Yoan.
Right,
and
here
we'll
we
have a
go. Raz is now going on his lap, and after Raz has done this lap, I will be switching to Gregor in the Ferrari, who I have put my 50p on the pole to see what he will do.
Alper minorly down through sector 1. by
Raz
about
has invalidated his
200.
lap going into turn 3.
And will he make the flag again? I'm not entirely sure. Just a minute left of this session.
I'm going to ride on board with Gregor Mullen as
the
he
ball-
now goes to start his lap.
Has fallen into Alper's court here. You go on board with Gregor Mullen.
Yep,
I'll
he's
get
now
on board
starting
with
his
Yoan
lap.
after Alper's lap. And Alper's 7 tenths down, so let's get on board with Yoan, shall we? He's about to start it. Imagine now Alper pulls out like 10 seconds faster in sector 3 and then it's like an idiot now, don't I?
Be a bit idiotic. Gregor Mullen is on the limit. He's nearly going off of the track.
And that's how you win, isn't it?
He does
So-
a 22.3 as his first sector, as he's now going up to the first straight of the track. This is who I put my 50p on, so...
Oh, that camera shot there is beautiful at turn 3-4. Got a nice camera shot there. Yoan is up on his time, minorly.
Gregor is now coming up to sector 3. He does a 49.6.
boxes.
Gregor has done a
Raz's box.
49.6. Alpha has qualified P2.
So now it's all in the hands of Gregor and Yoan, and I think Gregor's lap looking very competitive, so I'm sorry Yoan, but I want to get on board with Gregor here for the stream and we'll go back to Yoan afterwards.
Is this going to be the lap that puts the Ferrari on pole position for the French Grand
They've
Prix?
looked like it all time. You went with Gregor, I went with Yoan. It might be Raza. One thing we know, it's not Alper today. Very unfortunate. He's been looking consistent. I can't wait to see him in the race.
Gregor Mullen is now coming up to the line. Is this going to be the lap that puts him on pole position? It is!
Yes! Come on! I mean, brilliant
in the
lap
Ferrari.
from Gregor Mullen, and I'm not biased because Ferrari didn't get on pole. And is it going to be a Ferrari 1-2? As Brewmaster goes 5th, great lap
Very
from
good
him.
lap from
Can
him.
Yoan put his Ferrari on the front row?
He goes
No,
P3!
it's Razzle on the front
It's
row.
Razzle the
and
front row
Yoan-
with Gregor Mullen.
But how important will 2 Ferraris up there be today?
That is crucial for this race, and it's crucial for teamwork as well. How will them two help each other out during the race?
I'm getting deja vu to season 4, tier 1 now with just 2 Ferraris up front.
Luke has qualified P5, good qualifying for the AlphaTauri. Callum 11 is in the pits, looks like he'll qualify P7. Oil Prince has qualified P8. Jaff, very good qualifying with a P9. Genio in the McLaren, P10.
So, there we have it.
My 50p
Q3.
was right. You love to see it.
It was. Yeah, I do love to see it. You're right.
Very, very good.
As Johan is in P3 as well. Raza taking a very solid P2. Like I said, if anyone's going to cause an upset, it was him, and he was very close today. Very, very close. 12 thousandths separated Raza from pole.
Wow.
That's a stopwatch error away from pole.
Raz will be very, very annoyed that was the gap to pole position, but he will take a P2 because it was a very impressive lap, and for so long we thought that this was the upset that was going to happen and that Raz was going to be on pole position. But it is Gregor Mullin in the Ferrari, the 29.3 on pole.
Okay, I just really need to point something out here.
Hello, go on.
Top 6 separated by 2.5 tenths. This is the race that we're in store for today, ladies and gentlemen, so definitely stick around for the race if you've seen the qualifying.
If anyone wanted a good intel as to what we are about to bring and what Tier 2 are about to bring to the plate, that is a perfect example.
6 drivers, but here's your rundown because I've got 13 seconds, so I'm going to be quick. Gregor Mullin takes pole, Raza pulls out a shot for P2, Johan Gregor's teammate takes P3, Alpha with a strong forward to P4, Luke Watkins takes P5, and Brewmaster takes a P6, then there's Callum, Oil Prince, Jaffmaster, and Herginio complete your top 10, all on the sauce, all good laps, and 2.5 tenths, of course, splits the top 6.
And now I'm going to have to find an inhaler for J-Wall.
So, I will be back in a minute, and I'm going to leave you in the company of lots for pre-race questions, maybe. Keep an eye out for that one, because you haven't done enough solo commentating in Tier 2.
Oh dear. CD saying a good effort from Alpha and Raz. Very, very good effort from them too. Very good qualifying. CD will be very happy with that result, I am sure. J-Wall has just decided to die. So, chat, get your predictions in. Who do you think will win the French Grand Prix in Tier 2? Who do you think it will be? And then when J-Wall comes back, we will ask him who he thinks will win the Grand Prix. Or, chat, you can do one better. Who do you think will be the finishing 3? Ben Reeve saying Gregor for the win. He's looking in very good position at the moment. He had a very, very strong qualifying. Will he have equally a very strong race? And, crucially, it would be good for him to get a good start. Baby Doppel is saying, I hope I win it. Well, let's see. I reckon I know who J-Wall was going to say will win it. And it's also going to be interesting to see what people do for strategies, because there was a variety of different strategies yesterday in the Tier 1 race. Will there be any different in the Tier 2 race? Many, many questions surrounding this French Grand Prix. Let's see what will happen. And if anyone from Tier 2 is in the chat, do not ready up until someone says 21:27. So we've got 1 more minute and then everyone can ready up. So until 21:27, no one ready up. Otherwise I will be fighting someone. Eugenio saying, I will hopefully get points, not going to be too optimistic. Eugenio, if it's on the cards, just fully send it.
I have just dropped my phone. Right.
J-Wall is alive. I don't need to get him the inhaler.
Thanks for that.
We are
had to rush that. 30 seconds from starting
Just
now.
doing predictions in the chat for who we think is going to win the French Grand Prix. We have Ben Reeves saying Gregor. Baby Doppel is saying himself. Brewmaster saying, I'm calling it now, but I will not win it. We have Eugenio saying, I will hopefully get points, but he's not going to be too optimistic. I just said, you know, send it. Hurdle saying, calling it now, Hurdle has got this in the bag.
Johan.
Johan? Ooh, why
Johan.
do you think Johan?
He won last time, and he's going to come through. He won from 20th. The guy can win from 20th. I don't doubt his ability to win from 3rd.
Interesting.
He's got strong competition, and I've lost. There we are. I lost sound for a second on the broadcast cam, but probably because the cars were quite far away. Now the important part. Do you want to do the lights out sequence, or shall I commentate the lights out?
Jable, you've been told by Wookie to look at this one. I would love.
Okay,
I
right.
would love to do the lights out. I would love it.
So, go check it. Right. Give me some time. Just want to check this. Okay, right, okay. I've got it. Okay, I'll do it, Wookie. At some point in the race. Watts, please remind me.
Uh-oh.
Check Discord and remind me to say that during the race. Because...
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I do not like where this is going. Oh, boy. It's definitely going to be about Wookie winning yesterday, I feel.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Don't worry. It's great. It's great. I need to remember to say that at some point.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Nope. We're just watching Ewan on the Gregor Mullen on his formation lap. I'm always a bit stuck for what to say on formation laps because it's the most boring thing ever.
Well, I mean, I haven't. I've said my 50p on Gregor in qualifying. My 50p is on him to win this race.
I'm just going to redeem a hydrate so I can take a drink because
Yep,
I'm not allowed
thank
to
you.
otherwise.
Remind me for that. Take a drink from my Charles Leclerc cup. All right.
Glory Hunter. I was fan last season.
Still am, bro. Still am. It was a Secret Santa present. Cut me some slack.
It's kind of like when like people who don't know F1 try and buy you a gift and you always just go Lewis and Max. Doesn't matter if I'm a Carlos Sainz fan. No, Lewis and Max.
Oh dear. Right. Eugenio
Right.
saying good luck,
Jesus.
everyone.
Yes, good luck to everybody. And I don't know what I'm going to say at the start, so let's
Have a look.
This.
So we get the tyres ready. We've got the top 6 on mediums. We've got some people on hards.
To the back. I'll let you talk the tyres through whilst we're just getting ready to... I'm going to turn the telemetry off. So, the lights are turning on slowly. Gregor Mullen took the back.
1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights,
He hasn't won
5
since Netherlands.
lights.
Johan going for back-to-back pole, back-to-back win.
It's lights out,
and it's
away we
lights
go.
out, and away we go.
And Gregor Raza has jumped into the lead of the Grand Prix.
Gets through. Johan's made it past his teammate. Johan's going to go for the inside here.
But Raza has
Choosing
kept
not
the
to
lead of the
make a
Grand
stupid
Prix.
sound.
Gregor dropping down to
Luke
P3.
Watkins has made it past Gregor Alper off the start. That's not a great start for him. Brewmaster dropped behind Callum 11.
Eugenio
made that place back.
Eugenio dropping a few positions down to P12. He got a bit swarmed off the start. Shaman has dropped down to P19. Rio Fensom, after not taking part in qualifying, has jumped up to P17.
Hurdles drop down to P20 as we see our predicted pit stop strategies. The medium hard can go to lap 11, or does the 2-stop, of course, for those who dare around here, because I don't think that's worthwhile.
Petwado
We
has
saw
lost
Meek and
position to
Soft
Jaff.
lose
He has dropped
yesterday.
down to P10, but Callum 11 has got ahead of Alper. Alper has dropped down to P6.
And we've got Gregor Mullen and Johan right behind each other, and I don't know if Ferrari might play this teamwork, or are they going to fight each other. Don't know if Yaps has covered this at all. Actually, I can tell you he hasn't, in the team chat at least, but...
Rob has jumped
This
up
is a
position.
situation
He
that's
jumped
quite
Jake off the
surprising.
start.
Because you've got to remember, Yaps had 10th and 11th pick in the draft for Tier 2. And he's got P2 and P3 right now, so it's a great race for him.
But
Raza
CD
is
has
living life right
CD
now.
has picked beautifully in choosing Raz, and he already on lap 1 has the lead of the French Grand Prix.
And he's had great pace as well, as we saw in qualifying. I mean, he didn't show it maybe in Q1 and 2, and that's why I didn't really count him as in. I counted him as the outlining shot. But wow, the guy has shown his pace in
And the
Q3,
fastest
and when
lap
it
of the
matters,
race,
he
obviously,
is
being
there.
the first person to cross.
I was literally about to say that. I mean, how could he not? And
I wasn't about to do a big stupid moment. No, not happening. Eugenio picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. If that's to do with track limits, then I was completely right in my logic for saying that the track limits around here are so punishing and you have to be so careful.
And the train's already beginning to form here. As we're seeing, Luke Watkins may be close enough to make the move on Gregor Mullin.
Is he going to try and make the move?
Made up 3 positions, by the way. He went down to P20 at the start. Already made 3 back up. He's in P17.
One of the big losers off the start, though, dropping 6 positions. Another loser from the start, Alpha dropping 2 places. Gregor Mullin crucially dropping 2 places from that pole position.
Maybe Adolphus too far back to really think about making moves here, and I think that's the trend right now. Is Hurdle though? It's probably the closest on track to Gale Force.
Luke is piling pressure on Gregor Mullin. He's getting awfully close to the back of him, and then we're about to come onto the straight near the finish line. Will Luke be able to pile the pressure onto the Ferrari?
And Gregor Mullin can't go fast enough because it's his teammate in front who's having to obviously brake for the corners as well.
Gregor's in a bit of a sticky situation with his teammate in front who he doesn't want to crash into, but a contender at the back who is piling pressure onto him.
Satakudal has made that move now on Gale Force and is 2 tenths away, so we're just going to get on board with him down the main straight, and I really hope someone doesn't make a move higher up.
General Jake is awfully close to the back of Eugenio. Is he going to try and make a move? No, he decides to back out.
And Oliver is out of the DRS, so please tell me to say, oh! Satakudal goes into the rear of Oliver there, hopefully no damage.
Let's see if there's any damage. There is no damage.
So I'm putting a lot of trust on you here. I'm sure you've done it fine.
Well, I mean, Jake got damage in qualifying, so he had a massive shunting.
Yeah, I know, but it was on standard, right? Standard, not sim.
Wookie is saying J-Wall now.
Not yet, Wookie. Too early. And here we are. Hurdle gets back past on Oliver. Oliver might make a move back, so I think this is a very important time to show a random clip of some fans celebrating. Sorry,
Luke
actually,
Watkins.
you know what? I'm not the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Luke Watkins is awfully close to the back of Gregor Mullin again. Will he try and eye up a move now that DRS has been enabled?
So does that mean it's time to show some random fans celebrating?
Absolutely, of course. Always.
Or a replay of Brad Stroll. And if I could, I would stroll you all right now, but I can't.
If we could, we would.
Yeah, if we could, we would. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. If we could, we would do it, but we can't. So we're not.
Don't have the facilities for this.
And last time someone said that to me, they ended up in timeout.
Who is awfully close to making a move? Jake is awfully close to making a move on Eugenio. Alpha sets the fastest lap of the race. Is Jake and Eugenio are fighting? Is it going to be contact? Jake has got ahead of Eugenio.
Oh, that's a good move on.
Although Eugenio has gone off track.
And this is a three-way battle because I saw Nick Roberts in this now. There's Jake.
Oh, there's a bit of wheel action between Jake and
squeezed
Eugenio. Jake has been pushed a bit wide, gives an opportunity for Rob to try and get a move on Jake.
And oh, is that Satakudal almost crashing into his teammate there?
Hurdle with a 3-second time penalty.
And Eugenio right now, I don't envy his position because he's going to have 4 cars behind him in DRS.
And he has already been passed by Jake.
If you're already a Sky Q or Sky Glass customer, you can watch highlights of key events next. It's in the live action. Now all you have to do is press the red button now.
I'm guessing that was it.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Wiki, oh my god, Wiki is at fault for that. Oh my god.
His Eugenio was passed by General Jake, but nobody else.
Oh, Luke
getting
nice close to the back of Gregor Mullin. He's still trying to eye up that move.
This train, isn't it? It's going to be a train, and we're not really going to see many move. Callum got the tyre advantage for now, so it's all pressure on him.
CD telling you, J-Wall, fancy showing some info, like the battery and etc.
Right, yeah, we'll get it up. Full battery for Callum. 40%.
Gregor Mullin is eyeing up a move on his teammate. Is he going to get ahead?
Oh, he is as well. And I think
is it going to be a
sensible enough to pull up? No.
Yowen has managed to get ahead. He stayed ahead.
And looking at the ERS, especially for you, we're going to just see that they're both on consistently ERS, and so is Raz around about 8%.
Luke is so back to the closest Gregor Mullin. He's definitely going to get...
ERS
Obviously, yellow flag, and Oliver has spun.
Oh, unlucky Oliver then. He's had a good performance, and I think C. Davis is proud of him either way. Alpha was quite close to Callum there as well. The gap's pretty consistent, and then Oil Prince leads another DRS train just behind in P7. Then we have another one being led by General Jake. But Hedginio is probably not
Callum
close
11
enough to
getting
catch
awfully
there.
close to the back of Luke Watkins. He has a lot of battery. He's got around 90%.
So you'd have to say right now it's a six-way battle for pole and for wins and
Another
podiums.
yellow flag in sector 2.
And more, it goes all the way up the inside.
It's Baby Dopolis. He's had a spin.
Oh, it's got to feel for the tier 3 drivers. We've got to lap 5, competing on the pace, and they're just starting to, I think, overpush the limit now. Oh, Gregor's gone! Gregor has gone!
Gregor
We
has
just
spun.
got that on stream.
That is the man who qualified on pole, has spun all the way down to what is P13.
And that'll be P13 between Icelandic Robin Hedginio and that train, and that's going to be very hard for him to come back.
Has he got
despite
any
his pace
damage?
advantage. I don't think he hit a wall or anything, so I think he's fine. He won't have to take some life out of those tyres. That's not what you wanted to see if you're Yaps or a Ferrari fan, and I am literally dying inside.
Rob is
Come on,
also
Ewan.
closing the gap to Gregor Mullen. Looks like my 50p's out the window. Rob is closing the gap to Gregor Mullen. Oil Prince kicks up a 3-second time penalty. J-Wall don't cheer. We also have a lot of drivers that are closing the gap to people.
I'll try not to laugh next time, Wookie. I will, but it's hard.
Oil Prince is closing the gap to Brewmaster. He has just picked up a penalty. Brewmaster runs a bit off of track. Oil Prince is glitching all over the place, but Roos behind Oil Prince as he has made the move.
And Callum has broken DRS train as well. I believe he's not going to get
Ruben
defend
DRS
against
has
Alpha.
managed to get ahead
As for now.
of Oil Prince.
Who's got the 3-second time penalty anyway? Probably choosing his battles there, maybe, I don't know. Oil Prince is going to attack this, and that puts, I think, Brewmaster in it's a position you don't want to be in, because you don't want to lead the trains, I don't feel.
No, definitely
Especially
not. It's
not
not
on
a
the last
position
lap.
you want to be in at all. But Jaff is
Oh,
also...
Yoan is a 10th off now. I almost missed an overtake for the lead. It's very, very close up here between Raza and Yoan.
Is Yoan going to have a good run going into the straight to the finish line?
Shaman's also leading a DRS for 18th from that fight, and I think we might focus on that if there's nothing going on up front, because I do like to give coverage to everyone, but when there's a battle going on for the lead, you've kind of got to prioritise it. And
Yoan-
Luke is in that battle
Yoan
as well.
having a very smooth exit out of that last
Here we
corner.
are.
Raza getting a bit squirmy. Is Yoan going to try and eye up a move, or at least get closer?
It's going to be Yoan. He's not close enough this time around. Alpa isn't either. Oil Prince is. He gets a move number 4 and parks it pretty much in the middle.
Gregor Mullen setting the
Yoan,
fastest lap of
not close enough there
33.8
either.
after that spin.
He's moved back up to P11, so he's overtaken Hedginio and Icelandic Robin. We've had a yellow flag, and that's Hedginio.
Oh no!
Very, very unfortunate there.
The man who got to Q3 had a very good qualifying for the McLaren. He was the last standing McLaren after Q1, and he has spun.
Yeah, went too far back.
Baby Doppel picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Alpa gets moved on Cal. Cal's soft's beginning to die down a bit now.
Does
And
Eugenio
Alpa
have
gets-
damage?
We'll see if he comes to the box, but he might box anyway because of those soft tyres beginning to die out. As we've seen with Alpa moving
He has
up
front
to
wing
4th.
damage. Eugenio has front wing damage.
So Hedginio will be boxing, I am sure. Currently sat P19. Very unfortunate for Hedginio.
That's such a shame as well, because he honestly looked like he could be on for points. Gregor Mullen is going to try and eye up and move with General Jake. There's a bit of wheel bashing. Jake has been forced wide, but Gregor Mullen has got ahead. Can Gregor Mullen keep this position? Jake is constantly pressurising him. Eugenio is not happy in the
I
chat.
don't think this is Jake's battle. I don't think this is Jake's battle, and he's taking it. And I'm not sure he should be. Luke is quite close to Yoan, who's quite close to Raza. Alpa might catch up with that because of it. And don't
Shaman
discount
and
him.
Manoy are having their own
Callum's having
little
a tough
battle.
time.
Manoy's been
Let's get on with them. There's nothing
Manoy's been
happening
forced
right
off
now,
the track by Shaman. Jaff has gone into the pits.
There's Jeff Master making the early stop. He's on the soft, so probably reasonable to say that was probably the right time. And I think we'll see Callum coming in soon because he's beginning to drop off a little bit pace-wise.
And Jaff-
And here's Manoy making that move up the inside at turn 1 on Shaman. They're going wheel to wheel here.
Jaff has pit for the hards.
Manoy's forced off a little bit by Shaman. He's going to carry this round. I really hope I'm not missing anything up front. But that
I'm
was
alright,
quite good action.
I'm covering you up front.
Yeah, tell me if something happens. I need to switch to it. Thank you.
Brewmaster has picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Here's Nanoy trying to get it done before the DRS kicks in. The DRS kicks in now, and we're probably going to see another DRS overtake, which all F1 fans love to see constantly.
Vegeta with another 3-second time penalty as he's just come out the pits and getting his wing change from damage.
Petuardo and Remaster 7th and 8th, attacking Oil Prince. Maybe some team orders will have to come in play soon, I'm not entirely sure. And we've seen this gap pretty consistent, 4 tenths between Luke, Yoan and Razza. And that's been pretty much the same since lap 1. So I've got to say, the pace advantage goes to Razza, because he's keeping the gap consistent with DRS for the others behind. But is that
Callum
DRS going to pay dividends
has made the call to go into the pits. What tyres is he going to come out on? Alpha sets the fastest lap of 33.7.
Probably the hards for now, but if he goes for the mediums, he may be committing to a 2-stop. Let's watch the pit stop and hope it's a good one.
He goes for the hards.
Of course it's a good one. Oh, hang on, is he saving the 5 seconds or something? Because that, oh no, never mind, just a bit of lag.
Never mind, just due for.
I feel like I would like to see pit stops get messed up, but I feel like I would throw something if that happened to me. So, maybe not.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone else, just not to me.
Might finally get on the podium if that happens. And speaking of the podium, there's a 3-way fight for the lead right now, and I obviously say speaking of the podium and then talk about the lead sounds a bit stupid.
Brewmaster and Oil Prince are fighting again. Brew has managed to get ahead of Oil Prince, but Oil Prince has had the better exit out of the corner going into sector 3.
Brewmaster's going to go back at him, I think, here into that round.
Brewmaster is fighting for
Oil Prince has got
his
the desirable
life.
inside. Brewmaster's got it. I may be able to back him up into Petuardo here.
Hurdle's picked up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's a shame for Hurdle.
Oh, here comes Oil Prince down the inside. He's going to get this move done without any DRS.
But is Rue going to try and fight back?
Brewmaster looks like he's been kind of forced.
Rue has fought back.
He's got the preferable inside. Oil Prince trying to go for the switch back here. This is some great racing.
This is what we like to see in Tier 2.
Oil Prince trying to go right. Oh, Oil Prince has chosen to box. Oil Prince has box. He's chose to ditch those mediums on lap 10.
Alpha has gone for
33.6. So if there's nothing else going on up front, let's watch Brewmaster and see if the Alpines react.
But here comes Petuardo. Here comes Petuardo on his Alpine teammate.
Petuardo and Brewmaster cannot both box now. So one of them
Brewmaster has let him through.
Brewmaster said, look, I'll be the one. So, or is that Brewmaster saying, look, I'm boxing, so you stay out? I'm not entirely sure.
This might be a very good strategy from the Alpines here. This depends if this is strategic or Rue going, look, I've got penalties, you are the quicker man at the moment.
Let's just watch Oil Prince for a little bit. Please keep an eye on the front battle for me.
Yes, I am on it.
It doesn't look like anything's able to happen there because we've just got a bit of DRS train going between front 4. And Oil Prince is coming under a bit of pressure from NXR Manoy here. So that won't be beneficial.
Rue doesn't look like he's trying to fight back against Petuardo. Is this the call that Rue is basically going to go into the pits and change his tyres?
Or is Petuardo doing it and Remaster saying, look, I'll be the one to take the hit, you've got more pace? I don't know, we don't know what's going to happen. So Oil Prince is obviously looking like he's setting decent laps. I mean, Oil Prince is a 60% ERS, just putting that out there for you, C. Davis, because I know how much you'll love that.
Oh, Petuardo is disconnected from the session.
Oh, that's not great, and Remaster might take the box now then. Oil Prince free, I can't really take those, can you?
The top 3 have gone into the pits. Raz, Luke and Yoan, Luke and Alpha have gone into the pits, which puts Yoan in the lead of the French Grand Prix. But what
so
tyres is everyone going to come out on? Raz has opted to go on to the hards.
Remaster stays out as well, so that's not great. Both Alpines staying out. So overcutting is maybe what they're going for. Are they going for the medium soft? And more particular, let's focus on Yoan. Is he going for the medium soft? Because right now, you've got to think he's just been dropped out of the race because I feel like maybe the undercut is too powerful here. Although he has just set the purple sector 1. So maybe he's still feeling he's got the pace to overcut the undercut.
And everyone who come into the pits did go for hards. Raz, Luke and Alpha all went for the hard tyres. And this is Luke Watkins getting awfully close to the back of Galeforce. Galeforce on them 10 lap on mediums.
Yeah,
Luke on fresh
really
hards.
Not doing any favours here. This is allowing Razzle to pull away. Which is, he hasn't got anything to really...
Luke has got a really good run at this corner,
contact
gets awfully close to the back of Galeforce.
I think he hit that. I think he hit Gale Force there and hit the rear end of Gale Force a little bit.
Is there any
Not
damage?
entirely sure.
Doesn't look to be any damage to Luke Watkins. Maybe it was just a bit of lag on the front of Luke. But Alpha has also managed to jump Gale.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
As I am on comms
race,
indeed. I'm back on comms.
So Raza, we'll just get the gap to lead.
And Yoan is pit. The race leader has decided to
pit
off of his 10-lap medium.
Raza, 22 seconds behind and gaining throughout this lap. So has Raza's decision for the undercut worked? And is Gregor Mullen now going to have to risk it and go for medium soft? Because he's dropped out the race.
Yoan has made the call for the hards, which Gregor Mullen is now leading the race once again
Raza.
on 11 lap on medium, same as Rumaster and Jake, who have not made their pit stops yet.
Raza's going to, I think, take the lead in this. Oh, it's going to be close. Let's get on board with Luke. Luke has been held up by Gale Force so much to the point where Yoan is now in front. Yoan's got obviously Petuardo.
Oil Print to set the fastest lap, 33.5, but Luke will be fuming with being held up.
So Yoan now is going to be held up by Petuardo, though, who seems to have made a return at the worst possible point for Yoan, as Raza now is probably going to be able to put some distance. Well, he is big, but he's getting held up a bit by Rio. Oh, he's just caught that, Raza. That was close. It looked like he was swaying a little bit to the right.
Maybe a little bit of wobblies for Raz. We've also got Yoan, who's managed to get ahead of Petuardo, and Luke will be looked to do the same thing. Is he going to try and make a move on to Yoan?
If you're already a Sky Q or Sky Black customer, you can watch highlights and key events next to the live action. All you have to do is press the red button now.
I'm going to have to put up with that for the whole season. Anyway, looking a bit further down the grid, Baby Dopolis and Manoy look to be having their own fight. Manoy has managed to get ahead of Baby Dopolis, who looks to have a bit of a wobble going into Sector 3.
Can you see Jake on the track? Because it's saying that Raz is only 17 thousandths ahead, and that's clearly wrong.
Jake is currently P3, and Gregor Mullen, the race leader, who spun earlier in the race, has come into the pits.
We've got a little bit of an issue with the telemetry on the left here, lots. I think the gap's wrong. As we're on board with General Jake, who will inherit P2, and will not really cause any issues for Raz.
Brewmaster has now got the lead of the Grand Prix. Raz setting the fastest lap, 33.2 on the hards, as we mentioned earlier. He's currently running in P3.
I'm really struggling with this because it's really messed up. It's showing the wrong information for the telemetry.
Is it? Yours doesn't look any different to mine.
So you're seeing Petuardo 8/10. Yeah, so you can see the stream. Yeah, but it's messed up because if you look at, I mean, there was just one that I looked at. It was messed up before anyway. It looks like Jake was right next to Raza, so I said that Jake's just let Raza through. He didn't. He was 6 seconds up the road. So.
Oh.
And Yoan finally gets past.
Luke has made the move on Rio.
1.1 away, and he's a little bit
Luke
less
is getting awfully close to the back of Yoan. Is he going to have a run and try and overtake him?
Might be on slightly warmer tyres. Might really help you. As Alpha's not too far away from Rio, but Rio might be causing some strategy problems now. So, and I mean, Rio took a really good gamble. Like a lot of the people who didn't start in the top 10, and went with the hards to start with. I think that's a gamble.
Manoy picking up a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings for track limits.
If the safety car comes out early, you can't box to the hard and your race is ruined. So,
but the majority of the grid going on the hard side, the only people left on the mediums are Brewmaster, who is in the lead of the race, General Jake. We also have Petuardo, who I was about to say is on the mediums, but he is now boxing, and Rob, who is P10 currently on the mediums. Luke setting the fastest lap of the race, 32.8 on the hards.
And we've now got this DRS train forming again. Alpha's just out of, but I'm sure as they battle away, you'll be able to get into that battle.
Gregor Mullen has managed to jump Petuardo in the pits. Callum Levin has
Callum
picked a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, remind me to look at penalties as well, just for the end of the race.
Yes, of course.
Need to do that. Petuardo's going to come out of the box, and he's going to come out in P16. So not great for Petuardo, who was running quite high before. And also, Brewmaster's still top, but the gap to leader, and let's say a pit stop takes about 23 seconds, Brewmaster's going to come out about P12, so he's got to be committed to medium soft now, hasn't he?
This is really heating up with all these pit stops coming into play. It's going to be interesting to see where Rue and Jake come out when they make their stop. Same with Rob, who is currently running P9 in the Red Bull. Hurdle and Shaman. Hurdle has managed to get ahead of Shaman. Gregor Mullen has picked up a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. He's currently down in P11.
It's not been a great race for Gregor. Brilliant quality, really showed his pace. Race hasn't quite gone his way.
He dropped them 2 positions off the start, losing position to Raz, who was in the lead of the race, and then also his teammate, Johan.
But they did work well together. Didn't really make many moves, didn't make too many attempts unless it was a clear and obvious pass to make. So, you know,
Jake has made the pull. Jake is going into the pits.
Jake finally boxes, and this might be a good indication for Brewmaster to use here, where Jake comes out. So please watch the front runners for me again. I'm going to watch Jake's pit stop.
No problem.
I kind of want to treat it like it is kind of realistic, but I know obviously you won't mess with the pit stop in this game. Yeah, Gregor's ahead, and General Jake might be overtaken by Minoy here. No, not going to happen, I don't think.
And no, Johan has managed to check out a bit from Luke. Luke will have to get on the battery if he wants to try and make the gap to Johan, which he is, but Luke has drained his battery to the point he only has 25% of his battery left, compared to Johan, who also has drained his battery. He's only got 24% of his battery. Looks like they haven't done the best job at conserving this for the rest of the race. We are only on lap 15.
We're just watching Rob trying to get past our Prince. Let's switch to the battle between Luke,
Oliver
Johan,
picks up a
and
3-second time penalty. He's currently down in P18.
Some information on what I'm trying to look for.
So your current running order is Rue, who is in the lead of the race on the 14 lap old mediums. We also have, and then provisionally, Raz is in the lead of the Grand Prix.
I thought it'd be a bit further away than that. So I'm just going to tell you how many since season 3, how many drives have took back-to-back wins. That's what I'm going to tell you in tier 2.
Ooh, okay. Hit us with some good little statistics.
Only 2 drivers since season 3 have took back-to-back wins. And let's see, 2 drivers, and they were Lion and Old Dog, and they were both last season. Lion, to be fair, took 4 consecutive wins. Old Dog took 2. Would have been 3, but he didn't. Oh no, that's a sprint race. So yeah, Old Dog took 2. They were Netherlands and Saudi. Lion took 4 in a row. Italy. Oh no, one's a sprint race. 3 in a row. Italy, Hungary, and Singapore. He retired in Imola. He would have won that though. He was winning at the time, and he won Portugal before that. So he could have been 5 in a row. For Lion, it shows the dominance of last season. But I just thought that'd be quite interesting because obviously Johan is technically on for back-to-back wins here.
Yeah, that is true. He's on back-to-back wins for the Ferrari. It just depends how the rest of this race plays out. Like we said, we're on lap 16. Raz, technically speaking, will be on the lead of the Grand Prix when Rue pits. Unless something happens to Raz, this will be his race to lose. If the strategy runs right, would he go off track? Would he get any penalties? He's just got to play it clean if he wants to take this from Johan.
I'm just wondering if maybe Rio Fenton is doing a bit of a Williams strategy here and staying out and hope Latifi crashes.
Is he going to do what they call the Alex Albon?
Obviously, that's no dig at Hedginho. That was more of a joke about Latifi and Williams strategy.
Raz was on the button a bit into the entrance of the straight, maybe trying to pull the gap away from Johan.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, sorry, I've got the wrong one. That's Brewmaster DRS, 57% for Raz. I am stupid.
Luke is pulling in Johan. Raz has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Raz has got a time penalty. That will be crucial.
Now in the lead of this race, really.
Johan will be looking at that and he'll be licking his lips. Rob has pit for the softs.
Luke is now the guy who has to make this move for the win. As Rob pits for the soft, maybe go for the
Rio
stop. I'm not sure they'll get to the end.
Rio Fenton has pit for the mediums.
And come on, I think P14, not bad for Rio Fenton, definitely still in this race.
Shaman has also pit for the mediums. He's down in P19. Would you like that
NXR
one piece
Manoy,
of? Would you like that piece of intel that I was itching to tell
about Brewmaster's
strategy?
Did you go for the medium soft? Like I thought
he is in fact running the medium soft strategy.
I thought he might. It really did work well yesterday for drivers like Ray.
Luke is eyeing up a move on Johan, getting awfully close to the back of him.
But yeah, it really did work well. But I mean, it didn't win them the race, but it got them some
Heard
solid
of another
points.
time penalty from the Red Bull.
So when is Brewmaster going to box? It's now.
Rue's made the
Brewmaster's
pit.
going to box
He's
now.
made the call.
However, I don't know if that's a legal pit stop. It looks like he left it maybe a bit too late and swerved out. That might be under investigation. I didn't catch enough of it though. I don't know.
Might be able to use my
I'll give
combine
it the
again.
benefit of the doubt for now. Give it the benefit of the doubt.
There it is. Made the call for the softs.
So you watch the front runners whilst I just see where Brewmaster comes out on the soft tyres.
I'm going to ride on board with this little battle with Luke and Johan, because Luke has been on the back of Johan for almost the whole of this race.
Let's take this chance now to look at positions gain. Your biggest loser here, and that's passive aggressive. The biggest losses have been made by Gregor Mullen, Brewmaster. That's obviously the strategy change. Heginho over 9.
Manoy into
Baby
the
Adopoulos.
pits. What tyre has Manoy
The
gone on
biggest
to?
gainers.
Manoy has
Rio
made
Fenton.
the move for softs. Manoy is going for softs.
General Jake, and maybe Oil Prince and Callum. Only 2 drivers have made more than 2 positions up here, as Gregor Mullen just dives up the inside there of Oil Prince. I believe Gregor Mullen has pitted here. He has, so he's going to the end, and he is in P6, so he's in a good position right now. We'll just put tyres back up because it looks bland without anything up there.
So the driver who is running the oldest tyres at the moment is Heginho, who's on 10 lap hards, and then we've also got Jaff, who is on 10 lap hards.
Oh, Luke's close.
Luke getting back close again to Johan. Johan having a bit of a wobble out of the exit. Is Luke going to try and argue a move? He's got the DRS, he's got the battery. Is the AlphaTauri man going to try and make a move on Johan?
I don't think he's got the speed.
Johan manages to stay ahead.
So let's go to Brewmaster, who's already taken General Jake up the inside at the penultimate turn.
And he's
he
getting
will get
awfully
DRS
close
on
to the back of
Jaffmaster.
Jaff. Alpha picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
So,
and here goes Rue.
Brewmaster
Is he going
back
to try
in
and make a move on the Haas?
He's got this.
He does. He's got
easily.
ahead. He's all the way up to P8 after
And
his
now
pit
it's
stop.
just a race against the Delta against Oil Prince for a little while. So we'll go back to Brewmaster, to Luke, and hopefully we'll go back to Brewmaster before the end of this race as we're seeing towards the back of Oil Prince, because that would be quite nice for me.
Rob setting the fastest lap of 32.7 on the softs. Go on, Rob.
That may be why he went for it. You know, maybe a good strategy call from Rob here. I don't know where he was when he boxed, but he might have thought, I've got really nothing to lose here.
But
so
one thing I have noticed about the softs is they do have a very high degradation rate.
Ooh, Manoy getting past Heginho here before turn 1.
Gale Force picking up a 3-second time penalty.
Only a few drivers haven't got penalties right now. Jake, Jaff, Petuardo, Icelandic Rob, Shaman, Johan and Luke. And I think that's a good testament to their driving, because it's such a difficult track to not get penalties in. As we've seen by some of the best we've got to offer in NXR.
We only have
throughout the weekend.
We only have 7 drivers who don't have a penalty. Shows
and we've got
how
Luke
much
now,
they're on the
4
limit.
attempts behind Johan. I'm going to make a comms curse here. Right, you ready? The order that it's in now is the order it'll finish to the flag, and Johan and Luke will jump Raza. Alpa needs to get a move on if he wants to jump him. I am so sorry, Luke.
You've done the
I am so
first.
sorry. And Oliver's retired.
Oliver's retired from the session.
Oliver's out.
Luke
so let's try
has
and get some
spun.
sights here. Luke is going to kill me in the race afterwards. It's a safety car. It's a safety
There's
car.
a safety
and
car.
Brewmaster is really disappointed with this, because this is going to get everyone else on the softs, and Brewmaster's strategy has just gone out
It's
the
all
window.
just happened in the space of about 15 seconds, but at least I'm not the one that's going
What?
to get murdered by Luke.
Do not tell him. Do not tell Luke that I said that he would finish.
Why shouldn't I?
Second, sorry. However, safety car's out. He's going to be 4th within the 3 seconds of Alpa and Raza that they've got. If he keeps it clean, no penalties, he will still get on the podium in 2nd.
I don't think Luke would have, lost his mind too much at that spin, because there was quite a gap to Callum 11, so obviously he managed to stay ahead as well, and that safety car coming out has benefited Luke massively, as he can now gain time to Alpa again that he lost with the spin. But for people like Rue, this has really stitched them up. But what is going to happen with Luke. Is he going to be able to jump Alpa again?
So obviously, Raza and Yoan have both boxed. Alpa should box. He does box. Luke will probably box. In fact, everyone's going to box.
Luke has
Gale
boxed.
Force, though. Gale Force, Baby Adopolis, Hedginio and Shaman here, who were so close to the safety car anyway, were able to box when it came out on that lap, might benefit from that. Although they might be too far behind to benefit. We'll just have to see.
Let's see what happens.
Ryan's
The top 7 have gone into the pits. This has helped
saying this has
Root,
helped-
allows him to gain without having to lose time in the pit.
Yeah, but he lost time with the medium stint being extended to gain it back on the softs, and he's not going to gain it back anymore because, although Ryan might be right, Remaster's taking P3.
Let's
So,
see what happens. But he
actually-
does have a penalty.
Ties a free lap solder. His ties a free lap solder as well. It's going to be. You can always bet on a late safety car drama in NXR. Usually because I was in tier 2, and usually because I crashed every race. But other than that,
You're the one causing the safety cars.
yeah. But I mean, on one of them, I was so scared of an investigation because I crashed, Cal boxed, and won the Singapore Grand Prix. So I felt a bit like PK Junior. To be fair, crashing at Singapore and then his teammate goes on to win because of it. Yeah, very dodgy stuff right there.
Don't know what you're on about.
Just dropped myself in shit. I intentionally put it in Woolies. No, I really didn't.
Dropped yourself in it now. Also, swore again.
I'm sorry, what?
You swore again.
Oh yeah, I did. Same word as well.
Same word. Now I'm panicking. I'm gonna lose my job. It's all gone wrong for J-War.
So when you get sacked as a commentator, how does it feel?
That's so out of pocket! I've had enough. I'm going home. I've had enough. I've had enough.
No, not time yet.
I've had
lap
enough.
25, okay, I'm sorry, but it's not time yet. It's not time, sorry.
I've had
It's
enough.
not time.
I've had enough.
Okay, Wookiees will need hydrate.
Right, hydrate. Where's my cup?
So,
Right.
yeah, only time we're allowed to have a drink, you see, so maybe. No,
God, no wonder
it's
my
not
throat
gonna
was on fire. Jesus.
Okay, Wookie, I've got it. I remember. I won't let you down. Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. This has got to be your best one yet. And here we have Raz leading the grid under safety car conditions with that very, very beautiful safety car, I must say.
It's very rare, to be fair, to see a Mercedes behind a safety car not complaining about the speed of the safety car.
It's also very rare to see a safety car at France.
It's also very rare to see a safety car benefit a Mercedes driver. It's been a long time.
Too long. Oh dear. But your current running free at the top is Raza in the leading race. Yoan.
I want to point out Prince Ali will be very happy with his driver Bern Mylander, who's leading this race, and it's really good to see. And
So
Aston Martin at the top.
technically speaking, there's an Aston Martin leading the French Grand Prix. That's all I'm saying.
It is. If you're just joining us, Aston Martin are leading.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Raz leading, it's a fluke. It's all Aston Martin, as you can see. Aston Martin is in the lead of the Grand Prix. They've worked their way up from the back of the grid. Hurdle in the chat saying, if you're already a Sky Q or Sky Glass customer,
don't. It's not time.
It's not time yet. We've got 3 more laps, then it's time.
That's what Wookie said. It's not time. See, it's not time. It's not time. We'll get there, but not yet. Safety car. Let's throw in an advert because everyone loves that. Let's just do the old chaotix and who was on with him when he did it? Milkman?
What was this?
Just throwing adverts in all the time whenever there's a safety car. Everybody used to throw adverts in all the time for the
safety
bag.
car is in this lap. Safety car is in this lap.
Perfect time for an advert.
Of course, always.
Gotta line the
Right,
bags.
so how is this safety car restart going to benefit people like Brewmaster on the soft, Luke, who spun literally just before that safety car came out. Not that safety car just got a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, it looks like it because the safety car is heading into the pits, and I think it is to serve that drive-through penalty. Wookie's betting it serves it this lap. I'm not sure you're allowed to serve it under the on the first lap as the safety car comes in.
When is
I'm
Raz?
not so sure about
when
that.
is
Someone might know that
Raz
better than I do.
gonna make
As
the
the safety car
start?
does box.
When is Raz gonna
So
make
it's all
the
over to
start
Raz. So we'll get on board with you,
for
Owen.
the race? Here we go. It's round the corner. When is Raz gonna make the dart?
Oh, Owen gets a bit shaky, and
He's
that's a
gone.
good time for Razza
He's
to
gone.
choose to leave, because I think that's a really good start there. Raz is going to be well protected, and no DRS until the famed lap 25.
Raz has got a very good lap. Luke is closing on the back of Alpa. He's going to try and make the decision. See, he lost when he spun.
And it's going to be, I think, Luke using his DRS.
Luke,
Ooh!
Luke,
Oh, Luke is
leaving
up
it very
pole
late.
position.
A bit of
Oh,
wall
no,
bashing
there's
with
no
Alpa.
space being left there at all. No space has been left for Luke there. If I'm Luke, I'm not very happy about that one.
Yeah, he will.
But, you know, it's racing, isn't it? It's just hard racing.
Yeah, hard racing. Michael Massey, it's called a motor race.
It's called a motor race.
It's called a motor race.
Safety cars retired in the pits. Yeah, it's been a bad race for the Aston Martin driver, Bernd Mailander. Unfortunately, not making it to the end of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed not to pick up some good points at this race.
Same
where
as
he
well.
could've won.
He was leading at Australia. Oh no, actually, probably wasn't. I don't think he came out at Australia. When was the last time we saw Bernd Mailander leading a race IRL?
Oh, you know what? Come back to me.
Will do, as Remaster's having 3 laps older tyres, having a little bit of trouble keeping Alpa behind. And this isn't great for Luke because he wants to try and stay within 3 seconds of that.
CD saying sometimes being a TP is good, and sometimes it's bad for nerves.
Well, you have got currently a driver in 4th and a driver in 1st, so life's good if you see Davies right now, and a driver in 9th. Pretty good shift there from General Jake.
Yeah, it's a very good result.
positions.
Obviously really unfortunate for Oliver, but we have to remember he is a tier 3 and, you know, he's come into this race and
Rio
throwing his heart
Fenton,
out.
by the way, I believe stayed out long enough to get on the hard, started on the hard, benefited massively.
Alpa has managed to get ahead of Brewmaster.
Oh, I missed it! Oh, I apologies because I was too busy talking about Rio Fenton. You know, Rio Fenton, good drive,
Here we go,
getting up 11 positions,
having
but
a
I've missed
massive
it.
wobble out
Part
that
of the podium.
corner. He's going to give a massive chance for Luke to try and gain some time on him. He's on the battery, he's only got 40% battery. Meanwhile, Rue has also got 40% battery. He's on the battery. Luke is off of it. Rue started out to try and defend, not knowing that Luke has managed to stay behind.
What's J Will's redeemed hydrates? For the second time today.
Okay, I'm gonna need
Grab
it.
your drink.
Anyway, carrying on. We've got Luke who's closing the gap to Brewmaster.
Yoan
If he keeps this gap really close, he's going to have a good run going to the finish line.
is in a tough position here because he is just got to stay within 3 seconds of Razza and Alpa, so he can let Alpa pass.
Alright,
He's
James.
not going to do
Luke
that.
spun! Luke has spun!
Oh, it's Luke spins again.
Luke has
I am
spun.
incredibly sorry. This is all my fault.
Luke has spun and he is dropping down the order. That is so unfortunate for Luke.
And as we start lap 25, Razza Gamer leads on it. I think it's a good time to remind everyone, if you're already a SkyQ or Skyglass customer, you can watch highlights and key events next to the live action by simply pressing the red button. All the live action and all the highlights you missed, like Luke Watkins' major spins, Remaster's good strategy, Gregor Mullin spinning, Hedginho being shafted. It's all there.
It's never going to get old, is it? It's never going to get old.
But currently, unfortunately for Luke, the podium is right there. The battle for the podium is right there. Alpa can make this move on Yoan, who's only got to stay within
That
10
is so
seconds of
unfortunate for Luke, but at least now I can say I didn't conquer.
What? Do you mind taking a screenshot of the penalties? I've got it on stream as well.
Luke has picked up a 3-second time penalty. That is no good.
So obviously there's your time penalties for everyone to see. I know we probably shouldn't really show them that long actually, but I've just turned off the entire UI. There we are, it's back.
Yeah, I got the penalties. Yoan has picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that's massive for Razza, because now that puts the lead back into Razza's hands. That's your back-to-back win there, Johan. That's critical that you didn't get that.
And what is going
Now
to happen
Razzie,
here for
just
Jake?
stay calm.
What is going to happen for Jake, who has no penalties? Jake has
So
no
this
penalties.
time, Razzie, I promise I will actually focus on you winning the race.
Gregor Mullins saying the
Like last
fastest
time,
lap
more
on the
takes
soft. He did a
fastest lap.
1:31.2 for Ferrari. He's currently P4. He's done a really good job to work his way up from
Good
his spin that he
consolation.
had.
Alpa though drained his ERS. Johan drained his even more. Gregor Mullins got 50%. Oilprin's down in P6, kind of out of the battle for top 5. I think it ends with Brewmaster for now.
Minoy
General
picking
Jake
up
not
3
got a
seconds.
penalty. General Jake with no penalties. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, General Jake no penalties. Everyone else in front's got 3 seconds. So if you just look at that and the gap to leader, General Jake's currently P5 and not bad. We got a yellow flag. That's Eugenio.
Eugenio, has he had another spin?
Alpa's getting close to Johan this time around.
Gregor is on the button. He's going to try and make some time to Alpa.
And here comes Alpa. He's going to go up the inside. Johan's now fighting for position. That changes the entire dynamic of this battle.
Alpa is not going to back out of this fight. But what has he done with Raz?
Patience,
Raz
Alpa,
has just
patience.
taken. Raz has taken the lead. He's checked out.
He knows he can get a DRS overtake done here. We might see on the last lap a Charles Leclerc Max Verstappen type of moment after you.
And here comes Raz. He is rounding the corner onto the straight to start the last lap. And
I was about to
Hurdle
say,
is fun.
it's the
Hurdle is
penultimate lap.
fun. Callum 11 has picked up a 3-second
gone,
time penalty.
unfortunately. It's not a great end for the race for some drivers, but here's Alpa. Should he get this move done now, or is he going to wait? Because Johan's ERS is gone. Almost. So is Alpa's though, and he's using it now to try and stay within the overtaking distance required. It's going to be done on the straight here, and Gregor Mullin is caught up. Is Johan just backing up Alpa to try and make him worry about the defence?
There's a yellow in
As
sector
we've had a
one.
yellow flag.
That's for
I
Hurdle.
don't know what that's for.
Looks to be for Hurdle.
Alpa now turns on his ERS.
He's on the
going to get this
battery.
move done on Johan. They're both burning what little ERS they've got.
Here
Alpa
we
makes
go.
the switch back to the inside.
But Johan's defending
And
the
Johan
position.
defends. Oh, shuffle.
Gregor Mullins picked up another 3-second time penalty. Eugenio's got another 3. But let's
What's
ride on.
happened again?
What's happened again?
It doesn't matter. You didn't hear it. No one heard it. It's good.
Did you drop your controller?
No. I did something that might get me sad. Oh, contact! Alpha's gone! Johan's gone!
Oh my god!
Johan's gone wide! We just caught that, and that's a position for Brewmaster, and surely a job for the FIA. Oil gets past Alpha, now down in P7.
But riding on board with
and
Raz.
Jake will
Raz.
take P5.
Raz is rounding the final corner of the
Raz,
French Grand Prix. He has driven an
He
amazing
hasn't won
race.
since the Netherlands in Tier 1, where, as we all know, he went 34 laps on some medium tyres. But
But here
Raz,
he comes!
he's done nothing wrong today. He wins the French Grand Prix.
Gregor Mullins
Johan crossed the
finishing.
line. P2.
Johan in P2. Gregor from
Ferrari
P3.
2-3, double podium.
Jake has
no,
gone
General
onto the
Jake on the
podium.
podium.
Jake
He
is on the
chokes
podium.
Gregor Mullin.
Great work for
Brewmaster takes
CD.
P5. Oil Prince takes a solid P6. Some good points there. Icelandic Robber's back, baby. He takes
He's
P7.
back in the points.
Alpa has DNF'd after the finish line. by
Jaff
the looks of
finished
it.
in P9 and Rio
Can you just confirm
Fenton.
that that's actually happened?
Yes.
Just look at Alpa's car. He is retired with a wheel off after the line.
And a massive shout out for Rio Fenton,
I
who
think-
didn't make qualifying and finished P10.
I think we've had a. You're gonna hate this. I think we've had a timing glitch.
Oh no!
Yeah, I think we've had a timing glitch because I don't think Jaff was anywhere near the points before. I might be wrong, but on the medium tyres, I swear it was P12 or something like that.
CD saying, "Let's fudging go."
Not the fact I almost skipped the podium celebration. Triple British podium there. Rasa taking the dub. Yeah,
There
in
it
P2,
is.
I believe. And we have General Jake P3. So here's your classification for the race. Gregor Mullin had 6 seconds, so he would have jumped Jake. Not quite sure if this is going to be the finalised standing order, but I think it might be.
But Raz has come home to win the French Grand Prix for Mercedes, with Johan finishing in P2 and General Jake in the Williams finishing P3.
I'm just going to get some screenshots, guys, so ignore the pauses. Just want to get the correct information for the guys on NXR. So there you go. So there's your standing order. Great race for Razza. We'll get him in the party, I'm sure. Watts, if you want to invite him and you can do. I'll let you do the interviews.
Shall we start with Jake?
We'll start with Jake. With Jake.
Okay, we will start with Jake. Let's get him in thing. I'm gonna need to
also,
add.
want to just point out, Tier 3 drivers steps up to the mark. Baby Adopoulos, P12. Unfortunately, Oliver Will didn't have a great finish, but he showed some decent pace and showed his standard. And Minoy in P17 making 2 positions up. Pretty solid from him.
Let's invite
So
Jake.
yeah, just a quick shout out to the Tier 3 drivers who
Here
were
we
running
go.
off vibes.
I have
mainly.
invited.
I believe I have to leave this now, don't I? So I can get the car open. Once it lets me actually leave, we'll do that. I really want to get this car open.
The man who has finished P3.
Oh yeah.
General Jake, welcome to the podium interviews. A very good one indeed. Well, make sure you've included your audio, by the way.
Of course.
Here. Well done on your podium. Very
I'm
impressive
sweating.
indeed. Yeah, very tense race. The first thing I want to ask you is what the heck happened in qualifying with your crash? Because obviously you started 15th. We'll get into the actual race, but I'm sure everyone would want to know what the heck happened in qualifying.
Came out of the pits, mediums. I just came out of the pits on turn 1, then turn 2, and the car just dropped. And I was like, no.
It was just a silly thing to happen. I was riding on board with you, and then I was like, oh, he's in the wall.
Guys, I'm terribly sorry to interject here, but my audio is just cut out for both of you, so if you can please just repeat the last 30 seconds, because I just say that. Thank you.
Not on Jake's interview.
Wait, what? The sound's gone.
The sound
stream.
went.
I haven't. I could hear you fine, so I have no idea why the sound's gone.
Oh, now it's back. Now it's back.
Okay, right.
Apparently, just ask people if they can hear.
can one of our viewers just confirm if you can hear this? Because we obviously want to get Jake's beautiful voice whilst he's up on the podium.
Okay, I think they can all hear.
Yeah, NXR. I'm just gonna, one sec, I'm just gonna listen to it. Right, go on. No, sorry, cards at all.
For goodness Christ, this is a...
Can't hear Jake, can't hear lots.
Shall I leave the
Hear me.
part?
Oh no, you could hear me earlier.
No, you can hear you. No, I can hear you now, Jake. I can hear you. Sorry, I can hear you now.
Right, there we go.
Let's nail all this.
Are we
TV
taking
issues, of course.
Oh, there we go. Can you mute your mic, Jane, and make sure you can hear me? If you can't hear me, just say you can't. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I can. I'll mute
it's all
my
good.
mic and just listen to the stream.
It's all
Yeah,
good,
alright.
CD just says.
All right, I'll carry on with what I was saying. Back from the start. So yeah, started off the race on the mediums. I wanted to go as far as I can. But yeah, I wanted to help out my teammate. No, Razdar, to be honest. Still my teammate. Yeah, I wanted to help him out, but obviously my tyres were dying, and I knew I would lose so many positions. So I had to pit. Came out on the hards. I knew Room Master was my target today to finish ahead of him. Yes, I did finish ahead of him, which I was happy about. But came out, was battling Jaff, and I was like, Room Master is there. Room Master there. Obviously, he had the grippier tyres, and I knew. He got past me, and then the safety car came out. I got past Jaff first, and then the safety car came out.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I do? Do I go mediums? Do I go softs? Obviously, the softs are not the best. They only last about 4 laps. So I thought, let's go on softs. And it paid out well. Saw a few crashes ahead of me, Luke and Callum. Unfortunate for them two. Got an extra few positions there, and very unfortunate for my teammate Alpha, who had an incident with Greg Mullen, which is very unfortunate for there, but came across the line. No penalties. P3, you know, when you get no penalties, it moves you up so many places and it wins you a lot of positions. But honestly, I really enjoyed that race. It's probably one of the best races I've ever had in NXR. Really had to make my way through the grid there. I'm sweating. Thank you, CD, for all your help today. Thank you for that.
And people's misfortune was your gain, but well done, Jake. On the podium, very, very good race from you. And enjoy the celebrations, and
I've got a quick question, Jake. Actually,
Can you still hear me?
I just want to interject here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear you. I just want to
Go on, Jake.
ask you
Ask
a
that
quick
beautiful
question
question
to
to me.
Obviously, I know from behind the scenes that you were obviously considering, and I'm sure you won't mind me putting this out there, but a move down to tier 3. And I know obviously you weren't confident in your pace, and you were, but does this race now, going from 15th to 3rd, getting in some solid pace, being good all the kind of day, all day? Does that kind of put those doubts at rest now? Are you confident in your ability now?
Well, at the start of the season, I was looking at the drivers, and I was thinking, for goodness Christ's sakes, they're all faster than me. I'm going to be at the bottom end. This is over. Get me out of tier 2. I want to go to tier 3. And then you see today and last week, just P6 and P3. Honestly, I think I am definitely tier 2 pace. I can't lie.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I am.
I think
I
definitely just didn't have the confidence, and it's good to see that you got it back, because I knew you'd be up at the top here eventually. So it's great to see you back, and
I just
confidence-wise.
Yeah, I just felt negative, and I can't let the negative go down. You always got to think positive in life. Positive is the best way to go.
There you go.
Especially for your mental health. Everybody think that. Positive is the best way.
On Jake's philosophical and mental health lecture, I think we will say thank you to Jake and let him go and enjoy that champagne.
Love you all. Thank you for watching, guys. It was great entertainment. Thank
well
you.
Done,
Bye-bye.
Jake.
Cheers, guys. I'm very happy.
Alright, we should get our P2 finisher.
And so now the singular Jake fan, Jake's mother, can stop watching the Sorry, Jake, I love a bit of banter. We're finally going to leave the party. Congratulations to Jake. I'm a Jake fan. I don't know about you lots.
We will get Yoan in, who is our P2 finisher.
I'm going to get sacked for this race.
Oh, absolutely. The sacking is imminent.
C. Davis is going to make a formal complaint about my conduct because I made one Jake diss.
CD's gonna come in with like the lawyer papers. It's just like, all right, I have a few nitpicks to make. I have invited Johan to the
Someone's
party.
saying won't be able to do the interview, so I don't know if that's Johan or Raz.
That'll
Can
be
you just tell me
Johan.
if that's Johan or Raz? Yeah, okay,
That'll be
right, so let's
Johan.
get Raz in then. Let's
Get
Raz in. Let's
we
get our
will
race
get in
winner.
our race winner. I'm so excited for this interview.
I will let you conduct it. Just quickly, someone's redeemed hydrate, so you've got to drink. You've got to drink lots.
I'm so excited to do this interview.
No worries, Johan.
Come on, Raz.
Obviously, not everyone can always do the interview. Well done, is what we'll like to say, and enjoy the champagne.
Mr. Razza Gamer, hello. Include your audio, mate. Make sure they can all hear you.
Right,
Well,
who
well,
might I
well.
doing?
Let's have a listen. Yeah, they can all hear you. Hello, Raz. You are on the top of the podium again. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels so good. Good
Yeah?
to be back. For P1, it's been great today.
Yeah, you had a very, very good race. Obviously, qualifying was a bit unfortunate. You couldn't get pole position, but did you feel that your qualifying pace was good? Did you think at any point, yeah, I can go for pole position?
I feel like my qualifying pace was pretty good. I was pretty confident. And in the race too, as well.
Yeah, the race pace was great, and was there ever any kind of point in the race where you thought, I think some of the guys are a bit quick, the Ferraris look really quick today. Did you ever think at any point, maybe just kind of settle for what I've got, or was it always just push for the win? Let's go, let's get it.
No, because I had to get my head down, be consistent as well. Had a really good start into turn 1, got the Ferrari into turn 1. Very happy with that.
Yeah, the start was great. How much
I want
did
to say thank you to CD as well. Been great
I've got
at
everyone's
thanking
thanking CD. Everyone's thanking CD.
Yeah, and
Just
everything was good.
yeah, one last question I've got for you. What does this do for your confidence levels going into the next race? Obviously, being at Belgium, I believe. What does this do for you and your confidence going into the next race? Do you reckon you can contend high and see what happens?
Well, I'm not going to say anything about Spa. We'll see what happens in the race. It could rain, So we just keep our heads down and at Belgium, see what happens in the race.
Of course. Well, Jay Wall, I will ask if you have any questions for Raz. I don't know if he does.
Well, I really think all I want to say here is it's just brilliant job, mate. I actually said at the start, with considering the poll, I thought you might be an outlier for it, but I didn't expect you to go and get it, and I believe you almost got it. I think, did Gregor get it, and then you got him on the start, I think.
Yeah.
Start.
It was a brilliant performance from you, start to finish, mate. I've got nothing to say because I think your racing said everything I want to say, so
Yeah,
I haven't
thank
got
you.
anything to say, mate. All I've got to say is well done, because it was really
Oh,
good
let's
drive.
go.
Oh, congratulations, Raz. Well done
Thank you,
on
thank you.
winning the French Grand Prix. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you so much, thank you.
And yeah, well done. And we
Thank
hope
you
to see
for-
you next week for Belgium.
Oh, yeah.
Giving us a great race.
Enjoy it.
Yep.
Well, we all know what qualifying and Spa might just be more important than you think.
Indeed.
It's been great to host this NXR race, to bring you the action that we love to watch and that we love to work towards. A quick reminder that the Tier 3 race at France will be on Wednesday at the same time as this race. I mean, everyone that watches this is pretty much in the Discord anyway. If you aren't in the Discord and you feel like getting involved in the action at NXR, there is a link in our Discord and also our Instagram, I believe. So feel free to come and check NXR out. We might just be the place that you're looking for to apply your trade in racing.